right, let's
Halfway
get
there.
this thing started. Which half?
You committing war crimes, Perry?
Okay. Last chance. Anyone need to do anything bookkeeping related, buying anything, fixing anything, doing anything like that? Anything role-playing wise you want to consider before we start the session?
What happened to my Craigslist ad?
Did you see the response I put in the Discord?
No.
Okay.
Look
Maybe
at
that's why.
Within an hour, you received
response.
3,000 responses, people saying they're detectives, that they have information on a bomber, that they are the bomber. None of it seems worth anything, but after going through some of your Maney training manuals, you read up on props. Props are hired mercenaries that tend to specialize in the sectors they're located out of. Most don't care where the job is coming from as long as the pay is good, and their services can vary from information gathering to thuggery to outright murder, depending on the person and the paycheck. That was the response for you. You should turn on notifications for those channels, so you get push notifications when they go through.
Okay. I think I do. I just get a lot of them.
You should mute all the other
Yeah,
ones that you don't pay attention to, like I do.
I would love to.
Yep.
Because I've got like 100 things of channels I'm a part of, and I have the Foamhammer Games channel and @mentions, and that's it turned on, and it works great for me.
Yep, that's the best feature on Discord.
Oh, yes. Okay, so that is the response you get. So again, like 100 credit uni offer to like just general people in downtown is going to bring out every sort of weirdo and goofball to the point where even if there was valuable information in there, it would have immediately been drowned out. But like I said, if you are interested in taking some more time at some point, heading down to the area where the initial crime scene was and seeing if you can get some information and hire a prop might be the best bet for you.
Okay. All right.
But in the meantime, probably a few days have passed at this point. It's getting to the point where you're probably going to start to look to have to take another job. You've coalesced, healed yourself up, unwound, blew off steam, fixed up your gear, and you're ready to go back out.
All right. To the Bpn hall we go.
Oh,
All right,
I hear you
Bpn
guys a
hall it
lot
is.
better too now.
I show up with my
Favorite picture.
oh yeah, this picture.
I wish there was a better like full art Bpn hall one. If anyone like at any point sees this and knows of like a better Bpn hall art that I can use, like please let me know, because this is just like a third panel out of the book that I had to like chop out and put up here. So if I can get something better than so much, I'd be very happy.
I mean, it captures it perfectly.
Right. It's a good picture. That's why I didn't want to not use it. It's just I wish it was better formatted. All right. So as the group of you get into the Bpn hall, you notice that most of the people are kind of gravitating towards the entertainment TVs. They're trying to find seats near them. As a matter of fact, some of the seats towards the center, which is the furthest away from them, they're actually open, which is kind of unusual for this time of day. And on all of the screens across the Bpn hall that are not directly related to like calling operatives up for BPNs, there are different scrolling images with the headline across the bottom: Ultraviolet comes out of retirement to challenge Sir Nigel Hatred.
I shit a brick.
So,
I'm glued to the TV.
Okay, so you keep an eye on it. Does anybody else pay attention to what's going on?
oh yeah, I think
yeah.
Raukka's probably there too,
Okay.
watching the TV.
Okay, so you all, like, Reggie, you kind of rush up, you, like, register yourself for the queue, and then you all kind of try and, like, nudge your way through a TV, and get to it.
Nudge.
So there's a reporter on the screen that says, the entirety of Mort City is abuzz today with the news that legendary contract killer Ultraviolet has challenged upstart Sir Nigel Hatred to a showdown. She stated that she'll fight him on any terms as long as those terms are even. Her challenge comes from the recent killing by Hatred of Redcap, a long-standing contract killer that Ultraviolet had a friendly relationship with, and the subsequent running down Hatred has been giving Redcap in the media in the days since their battle. Ultraviolet retired undefeated 15 years ago in what still many consider to be her prime. Her blistering pace occupied with her auto pistol accuracy, custom silverback armor, and reflexes heightened by ultraviolence, her main sponsor, made her one of the most prolific and well-loved contract killers of all time. It's unknown what Ultraviolet still has left in the proverbial tank, but if she has her way, we'll certainly find out soon. Now, in addition to the words they're playing in the background, there is also footage, kind of grainy drone footage from the pit of two people conversing at the bar. Raukka, you recognize this scene immediately as the one that you came across when you were in the pit a couple days ago. And it is of a woman who is about 5.5 feet tall, graying dreadlocks, looks to be in about her 40s, having some sort of conversation with Sir Nigel Hatred, in which it's intense, but the woman seems to be more physically relaxed than Nigel is. Nigel seems agitated. The other woman seems very calm, but you can tell that she has a very intense expression on her face. Cameras can't really capture what's said between the two, and then the woman walks away. So that is what everybody is currently pretty abuzz about. Does anybody want any more information or want to ask questions based off of that?
I'm just watching intently at this point.
So Redcap, you'd be aware of who Ultraviolet was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
It's basically going to be a question of whether or not you have looked into the history of contract killers, and this was literally before you were born. This stuff took place.
Is she like Babe Ruth of this?
She is very, very, very high reputation. If we're going by the old school ways, she'd be like rep, probably by the time she retired, rep 10. So legendary, undefeated. Again, she was sponsored by Ultraviolence. The premier combat drug was her main sponsor. You cannot get that type of sponsor unless you are incredibly well known and are very, very good at what you do, because they do not want people to look bad if that is their main sponsor. So you are very, very aware of who she is if you do pay attention to the history of
probably
contract
wouldn't
killing.
have seen live fights from hers, but highlights and just lore of the sport,
Yes, yeah. She would have hours and hours and hours of archived footage available of her. So if you are somebody who likes the past, you'd be very well aware of her. Now, Raukka, are you somebody who looks at old fights too, or do you pay attention just to the modern stuff?
I think I've probably got trading cards on me, actually.
Okay.
I'd probably pull them out and start showing them to Redcap.
Raukka, is that you in the corner of the footage?
Oh yeah, I was there. No big deal.
Good on you, lad. Getting yourself on TV.
Yeah,
Getting yourself there for us.
look at me. Camera loves me.
Aye. It's the eyes.
So for Shrek, you may or may not know who Ultraviolet is.
I assume she's like a frother.
She is.
Since she's a drug. Okay,
Yes.
so she's a. Oh wow.
She's probably
Yeah.
She is an incredibly famous frother. So even if you're not somebody who pays attention specifically to the contract circuit, you'd probably be fairly well known. You'd probably be fairly well aware of her.
I've probably seen her at the Herbarian Highland Games or whatever Frother's doing.
Yeah, she would absolutely have been a figurehead and a celebrity anywhere she went. at all, but especially any place that would have any sort of frother, related activities, gatherings, anything like that.
She was probably the first naughty pictures that First Shrek ever had as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, this is the equivalent of like an all-time great, Michael Jordan-esque athlete coming out of retirement for this sort of occasion. So the entire BPN hall is absolutely buzzing with this information. People sharing stories of Ultraviolet, discussing whether or not she's got it anymore. Frothers do not age terribly well. So whether or not she is even, going to be able to hold up to somebody like Sir Nigel Hatred, lots of questions are being asked. There is so much information going back and forth that you almost don't hear your squad name being called. But the name comes out and comes across one of the scroll display boards.
Nope.
That's us.
That's us.
Oh.
I'll go do the thing.
Okay. Reggie,
Reginald.
you go over to one of the kiosks for BPN registration. You sit down at the desk. Another BPN officer you've never met before. It's a completely different person every time, but there are dozens of these people, so that's not too much of a surprise. This guy he looks fairly young, probably in his late teens, early 20s. Looks like he probably just got on, probably hasn't had this job terribly long. And he looks at the screen, he looks up, and he's like, all right, Raukka Raukka Put Raukka squad, you're Reginald, leader. Okay, let's see what we got. He starts hitting a few keys on the keyboard, and then the BPN card printer kind of sputters, and and it just kind of you hear the sound of a mechanical grinding. And
I'm like, you want me to fix this?
He's like, no, we gotta have the official maintenance people come in. He bangs the top of it, and it and then it kind of grinds a little bit more, and then it stops. And he's like, all right, hang on, okay. And he reaches into the waste bin next to the BPN printer where the discarded BPNs usually come out of. And then he tosses one of the cards over to you, and he's like, "Here, this one looks like it's still valid, so we'll just go with this."
Is this the only one that's available?
Yeah, that's all we got right now. I mean, you feel free to go to the back of the queue if you want, but might be a while. Especially for having problems with the BPN printers.
Okay. You sure you don't want me to help fix the printer?
Yeah, no, we got our own guys to come out and do that.
There's always the downtown.
Fix the paper jam.
I guess I can take it, and if I guess I'll take it.
It's great. Trying to get it to show up on the.
Okay.
It's all right. Well, good luck.
Thanks.
And he kind of goes back to typing, and kind of lifts up the top of the thing and kind of pokes his head in and whatnot as you walk off. And as you walk away, the little service light that's above this kiosk flips off.
I really slowly make my way back because I'm trying to figure out the best way to break it to Raukka about this. I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna like this. I slowly make my way over there, and I'm like, okay, guys, I guess I got one.
Reggie comes back looking pretty sheepish.
Is the pay good?
What's the problem?
What's the matter, Reggie?
I mean, it pays as well. Just before you read this, well, or hear about it in Redcap's sake,
I can read.
just know, I thought
I
you
can
said you
read.
couldn't.
I think I can. I can read poorly.
Just know, I did ask for another option, and then the printer broke, so this is all they had, and I, like, slowly hand it over. Basically, they want us to exterminate a carrion infestation in an abandoned quarry department store, downtown sector. Notify upon completion of clearance and await arrival of demolition crew.
So what's the problem? Are you scared? Doesn't pay
No,
enough?
I just thought you might be offended that we were killing off carrions.
Aye, Raukka, I'm going to feel a little bit guilty for what I'm about to do. Just slams a clip into his rifle and...
Hey, wait a minute. I'm not one of them.
Ooh, got him.
Uh-oh.
Snap.
Okay.
Well, now
I just
son.
thought it was something you wouldn't be a fan of, but this is all they had, so...
No news coverage and the pay is kind of, but at least a job.
Yeah, why is it stationed?
Because it wasn't worthy of Third Eye News coverage. There's always somebody watching. It's just a question of who.
That's a good point. Well, it doesn't pay a lot, but something to do.
Yeah, I mean, it moves us up in rank, so.
Yeah,
we can all go down to my neck of the woods and see what the machine spits out for us.
Pretty sure they'd make us in deserting this one.
Yes, you already have been approved, or you already have been registered
Yeah.
for this one.
Ah, crap.
Oh,
for
shouldn't be too bad.
For those of you who have some SLA info, you'll know that for a blue BPN, this is actually on the higher end of the pay scale and the SCL scale, indicating that it's probably a little bit tougher work.
Well, it seems pretty cut and dry, right? Just go there and exterminate. Kill a bunch of carrion.
Yeah, and you'll also recognize that Sector 9 is in lower downtown, technically, which for some of you could be literally further down than any of you have ever gone before. Once you get past Sector 6, or Level 6, then you start to get into lower downtown, which is where kind of the deeper you go, really, really ramps up fast as far as how bad it gets. So you could be you're going into a different environment than you have in recent, your first couple missions.
Well, sounds like it can get gross.
Oh, it's
job,
definitely
get the
going to
most
get
of
gross.
What I think is gross.
Oh, what?
What?
For Shrek does not get grossed out easily, is what he's saying, but he would consider what he's coming across gross, potentially.
Oh, I thought there was more to the sentence. I'm sorry.
I thought I established myself as a trash raccoon, but I'll try to get better sessions.
I mean, Reggie's just like not really excited about this one.
Yeah, this is very, very far away from the things that Reggie likes to do.
On the plus side, no real rush this time.
Nope.
Reggie, do you have a gun?
Yeah, do you have a gun?
Yeah. I have a gun and I have a rapier.
I need to
Is that what it's called?
use some of those bullets this time.
You want some more pistol ammo?
probably. I don't even know if I have it or accounted for it. I just have a pistol.
Yeah, you come.
You have 2 clips of ammo to start off with. You get a Fen 603, 2 clips
Oh.
of ammo, so you do have those.
It'll be all right.
Oh, you got 2 clips. You're good.
I'd prefer to be helpful in other ways if I can, but I'll do it. I'll do what I have to, I guess.
This is just shooting at meat. So
Time to test out the new laser pointer.
Yeah, well, I'll be supportive in the back and do
Go
what I
team!
have to.
All right.
Um,
Let's go commit a light genocide. Off we go now, lads.
but that way it sounds bad.
Yeah,
Is
it
there
sounds
any,
really bad.
preliminary information we can find out about this area before we head into it?
If you want to contact Station Analysis, they can they can patch you through to the Department of Sanitation and give you kind of like a briefing on the situation.
Okay. I would do that.
Okay. So as you're kind of patching through to them, you get ready to head over. Because it's so far in lower downtown, the shift blocks are probably the best way to get to there, and then there'll probably be some sort of subway that'll get you to the area you need to go to. Public transportation, once you get past the inner downtown sectors, gets very sporadic, so you'll probably need to use a block to get you there. So you could get ready to head over to there. There is one that's fairly close to the BPN hall, as again there's a lot of traffic that comes through that way. So you sit there, and it's, again, as described previously, basically just a big waiting room elevator, essentially. So you're going to go there, you're going to sit down, and you're going to wait. It's probably going to take you a couple, probably about an hour and a half of just donk, donk, people coming on, getting off. To get down 9 levels. So as you prepare yourself, you sit down and you get ready to go on the mission. You contact Station Analysis. Station Analysis patches you through to the Department of Sanitation. And they give you some background on what you're coming up against. So, essentially, the Quarry was a department store chain that was part of a failed experiment to make lower downtown more hospitable right around the turn of the century, so about 20 years ago. It was meant to be like a low-quality, low-cost store where people could spend their meager paychecks or their slave stipends to get their necessities and small luxury items. Unfortunately, these stores were almost universally ransacked by gangs, petty criminals, and just the poor patrons in numbers that Shivers couldn't keep up with. No store lasted longer than a year, and since then, the huge buildings have been left to rot in their various districts. Most of the good items were picked over by scavs decades ago, but and what remains is usually fought over by the lowest class of citizens of Mort. They're also common homes to carrion nests, such as this one appears to have become. As far as the number of carrion, it's difficult to say, but based on the size of this building, it is about a 10,000 square meter building, and it is about 20 meters tall. Actually, no, 20 meters tall. It has very kind of like high ceilings. Make that 10, actually. Meters to feet, I'm always bad at that. 10 meters tall. But it is 10,000 square meters, so, you're talking like 100 by 100, meter space, which is pretty huge. So there's a lot of room that you're going to potentially have to clear out. Probably the reason that this is such a high cost BPN in terms of blues, and it means that there's potentially a lot of carrion and or other things that might be in here.
How many floors?
1 floor. It is a single floor. The things that were built like this, they were built pretty quickly. They're basically, the same people who would make like transport ship hangars were the architects who designed these. So they were meant to be constructed as quickly and cheaply as possible, and to house stuff of a similar grade. And as a result, they didn't really have enough confidence to make them multi-floor, so single floor. But they kind of compensated by building outwards instead of up.
So they're more like Walmarts instead of malls.
Right. So it's basically like a single department store, like a Walmart, a Target, like something along those lines in, this world.
And then the demolition crew is gonna demo the building?
So this building has been marked for demolition. So it is going to be knocked down, and they're going to really, they don't even necessarily know what they're doing with it yet. They're just going to demolish the building because, again, it's pretty well rotted away. There's definitely parts of the ceiling that have caved in, parts of the walls that have caved in, and it's in pretty bad disrepair, and it's just being a home to vagrants and carrion. So they've been slowly demolishing each of these quarry department stores over the past couple years. But based on some prior experiences, they've sent demo crews in only to be like torn to shreds by like a carnivorous pig who made his way into there and shit like that. So in lieu of doing that, they're sending op squads in on blue BPNs to clear out the stores first and then wait for the demo crews to come in. The demo crews are usually on standby. They can be there probably within an hour of your call. But at least to kind of like cordon off the area. They can probably get the couple shivers that are going to bother to be around in downtown or who are in bad enough with administration to be forced to go down there, to get kind of like a perimeter set up and then kind of start work. But they need that initial help to get it kind of cleaned up and cleared out, and they don't want to go in themselves and be the first ones in.
Boy. Sounds fun.
You feel the ground underneath you kind of like settle down as you get to, you look up at the display for the map, and it says you're at level 5 currently.
4 more levels.
Fantastic.
So that ultraviolet lady, wasn't she on like Celebrity Voyeur House season 47?
Aye.
Didn't she try to have like a fling with that like musician, and then it just didn't work out? I kind of remember her. That's all I really remember of her.
I just remember her throwing the other lass off the roof of the house.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, that was. I think that almost got her kicked out of that house. Like they almost voted her out after that.
Well, they knew better.
Yeah.
I actually met her when I was a wee lad.
Oh, did you?
Aye. Herbarian Games. Despite being a wee lass, that ultra-violence made her place in the cabertoss.
It's a caber.
A large wooden rod.
You think I could throw it?
Aye, you two lads would clean house.
Sweet. I like cabers.
Unfortunately, it's frother only due to tradition. So
racist.
As you're having your conversation, you still see on the TV news about Ultraviolet coming out of retirement. They were playing the interview that they had with Sergeant Nigel Hatred about Redcap's death, but this is getting a lot of heavy media coverage on the news today. You also do see that the riots that were previously mentioned in the downtown district where you were last have finally been cleared up, and the last remnants of the rabble-rousers have been beaten back and sent home. The final death count on the riot was 3 shivers and 8 civilians, and then probably another 24 or so were injured to the point of hospitalization.
Bad.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot better than if the bomb went off.
Absolutely. Did really good that time. How you feeling?
Nice. About what?
That last bomb thing.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Our last. Do you remember last week?
Aye, we did a good job. I'm fine.
Okay. Oh, you did great.
You too, lads. Everything is fine.
I punched a carnivorous pig once and then it died. No big deal.
That thing took me in half almost.
Yeah, well, look where it is now. After I punched
I'm glad I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, you are.
Chunk.
It was pretty cool.
Level 7.
It would have
So, like,
definitely
Ultra-
beat Reggie in half.
Yeah.
I think
Once you settle down at this level, everyone else but you gets off, and nobody else gets back on.
Oh no.
That's a good sign.
Oh no.
Wait,
True.
what?
You're the only ones left on the shift block. Everyone else has left, and nobody else.
I
knew
thought
what's
you
going on.
meant. I thought you meant one of us specifically was by themselves,
No.
and the rest of us left. And I was
They
like,
abandoned you like a
"What?
baby at the
Is
mall.
Like I thought it was like Reggie got scared and just left at level 7 and was like, I'm not doing
Just like,
this."
nope, fuck this, I'm out of here.
It's like,
See you guys later.
I have
he's
another
half
hit.
considering it. To be honest.
I have another hit of mind numb if you need it.
I might. I mean, I think that during all this, Reggie would be like trying to research as much as he can about carrions and like what their weaknesses are or something, because he's like, I don't know what to do with this situation, but I don't want to show that I'm scared.
So yeah, you go through, and honestly, at this point, someone of your education has probably learned everything there is to learn about carrion already. Just because you're well knowledge. But you go through it again and again, like you're just kind of rereading shit. And you know, you reiterate the basics to yourself. Carrion are typically vermin-like creatures, usually average humanoid height. They tend to possess above average strength, coupled with typically below average dexterity. They either operate using their teeth and claws. Sometimes they use rudimentary weapons, known as hockey sticks. At other times, they, can sometimes cobble together some very rudimentary armor from items that they may have scavenged up. They can be led by an alpha member of a pack, which typically is a bit larger, probably not quite Stormer size, but like comparable. They are usually stronger. They're usually more intelligent. Sometimes they can use powered weapons and or firearms, depending on if they happen to come across it. But they're kind of a comparable level of intelligence, but not like social intellect to like an ADV carrion. In terms
they're basically evil Raukkas.
Sort of. They're not evil Raukkas. They're just feral Raukkas. Would probably be the way that you would associate it in your head.
Lesser Raukkas.
Yeah, feral Raukkas. Leading even more feral Raukkas.
I don't like my name being thrown around.
They speak?
They can speak in Gristle, which Raukka is probably the only one who will understand, unless you took some very specialized training in Maney.
Raukka, can you speak to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would I want to?
Right.
To calm them down, tell them not to kill us.
I mean, we're trying to kill them, so.
Have you ever tried to reason with one?
No. Have you?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
I'm here because I killed my whole
ask
family.
questions later. Got it.
What was that you said, Raukka?
I'm here because I killed my whole family.
What?
Oh.
That's dark.
Well, how else am I going to survive?
These answers and more at 11.
Let's just go.
I got family members killed too. Oh, look at that! It's Russia Clock.
All right, level 8.
I could get behind that.
Reggie, in addition, the only other info you get on carriens is that individually they are very, very low threat. You could probably even take one straight up in a fight with your equipment. But in packs is where they become particularly dangerous and also particularly fearless.
They're like zombies.
They are definitely more intelligent than zombies. But if they're in packs, they just, again, they become more emboldened. The final thing that you get on them is that due to poor eyesight, they do have difficulty processing quick changes in light. So in a pinch, your flashlights can be used as a blinding device.
Okay.
Good thing I bought
Do
one.
we assume that the lights and everything don't work in this abandoned building?
If you do some quick checking in with station analysis, you will find that, yeah, the power was killed to this building years ago, and it is so far down, and the street, there's probably not even any operating streetlights in the block. Because this thing is so large scale, there really isn't anything else around it. There is like some parking areas and bus lanes, all of which have been, completely not in use for a very long time. And then it's just that. So you are probably going to be walking into pitch darkness.
Okay. So we probably want to scope it out a bit first before we just go in there.
Oh, yeah,
guys.
I agree.
And yeah. I don't know. We'll have to figure out the best way to check it out and best access point and maybe come in at different directions, or I don't know. We'll have to figure something out to be strategic. I don't want us all to get killed.
Might be a bad idea to split up.
Yeah, we tend to do that, and it doesn't go very well.
Just don't get surrounded.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to be split up in the sense of all of us by ourselves, but at least I don't want to be by myself.
Remember, if I can't see you, I can't do anything to heal you, so...
This mission's a little bit, straightforward, so I don't see why we should break up like the last two.
Yeah. Stay near your buddy.
Kunk. Level 9.
Finally.
Yeah.
So you step out of the shift block into a transport station, which is, again, completely empty. Off of this station is a subway station that will, eventually, that will get you to close proximity to where you're going. After waiting probably about 15 minutes or so, a completely automated train pulls up and opens, and you step inside, and again, nobody is there.
This is creepy.
Yeah.
Aye, this is right eerie.
Yeah, this is for sure, probably for all of you, the most alone any of you have ever been in public. Again, unless for any reason any of you had any purpose going down into a district this low, it probably wouldn't have happened.
is so weird.
Do humans even live this far down?
The doors close after you get in, and the train pulls away. Again, this isn't like the high-speed rail. Certainly not of uptown, but even out of downtown. The train rumbles along at a pretty gradual pace, probably 40 to 50 miles an hour. And as it takes out in the station, you get kind of more of a clearer view of the level, and you can see that it is inhabited, that there are people here, but it is very, very run down. There isn't a single building that doesn't look like Swiss cheese around here. There's people who are living in this space, but you see that a lot of them are just kind of like sprawled out on the street. Probably at least half of them are totally naked. And you see, some pretty hairy things on your way to the Quarry department store. You see people eating what looks like human flesh, dead bodies, things like that.
Okay, well, yeah. I see people eating human flesh. That's gonna bring back some childhood memories. Just gonna. Well, do I have to roll?
I thought about bringing like food with us just for the trade value.
Okay.
For Shrek, to answer your question, I think you're far enough away from it that you can kind of like snap your head to the side and avoid any sort of like PTSD lapses or anything like that. From your glimpses of the people who, for anybody who doesn't look away, these are not like typical like cannibal sector like cannibals where they've kind of like mutated and things like that. Like these are just like squalid, destitute, starving people. And it's just like I said, it's bridging that gap between like the full out like mutant fucking anarchy of like the cannibal sectors and like civilization of like lower downtown, or of like the inner districts of downtown, or even getting down to the lower levels. Like it's kind of like a weird gap between it, which almost makes it a little bit more unsettling. Like the cannibal sectors are so fucking weird that you can kind of like write it off as just like this is what happens outside the wall. This is inside the wall. This is inside your fucking home, your city. It's just below your feet. And this is the stuff that's going on. You do see like some people kind of getting into exchanges as far as like fights. You do see some carrion that are kind of just wandering out in the open that will attack people. They'll be attacked by groups of people. It kind of varies. You do see occasionally faint flashes of like gunfire, but you can tell based on the muzzle flash it's fairly low caliber, like calf cold steel shit. You do not see a shiver in sight. Like you don't see a battle taxi, you don't see body block armor, you see fucking nothing anywhere on this entire trip.
Man, I think we're in for a fight here.
Well, remember, keep getting jobs or you'll wind up down here.
Save your bullets.
You all
motivational for sure. Thank you.
You all also notice that as you're traveling over to the Quarry department store, your communications to Station Analysis, Shiver Dispatch, Mort Central in general, all cut out. You're too deep underground to have communication with them at this point. However, prior to your exit, you were given the communication frequency for the demolitions team. Should you contact them when you're completed.
Right.
How many bullets do I have?
Not enough.
I have 46 rifle and 40 pistol. That is not enough.
You got a sword though.
it's not a sniper. It's more like the equivalent of an M4 or a M16 or something like that for this universe.
Oh, I said sword. Don't you have like a big ass claymore?
Oh yeah, I have the sword. I mean, that goes without saying.
That don't use bullets, so you're fine.
And it's been laser sharpened, so we're good.
Yeah, so Patch would be like in the same kind of vein, like checking their pistol, like making sure, going over it, making sure like the action's working, that like their clip has, counting their clip or the bullets left in their magazine, just going over it again and again, kind of almost obsessively to make sure.
Still doesn't feel like it's enough. Like you definitely have an uneasy feeling of like I'm gonna run out.
Even I'm well, not that my character has bonuses against fear yet. But I'm making sure I make sure my sleigh blade is somewhere I can get to it easy. I have the full clip in my rifle. I make sure my flashlight and my laser pointer have batteries. Give the claymore a look over. When we get to the entrance of the building, I stick myself with another rush, and then I'll switch out and put ultra violence in the needle just in case things get really bad.
Okay. I think Boopafist can actually have multiple things loaded at once, so you may be able to have that on reserve. But if you want to basically just make sure your next dose is UV, then that's fine.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay, no problem. All right, so the...
I would say I would definitely have my track optics motion sensor ready, because I'm like, this is the only thing that's useful that I have to scope out the building before we go in.
Yeah. Got a gun. That's gonna be useful.
I have it. And I have a rapier.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. What's the... Do you know the range on the track IR? Or the motion tracker? Track IR is a different thing. Just look that up, or if you can when you get a chance. As subway pulls up to a road that's going to lead towards the building, which you can kind of see off in the distance. It's a little bit like down a little bit of a hill, like a ramp almost, and then it kind of settles in the ground. And it is a pretty huge building. I mean, other than like Mort Central, you haven't seen too many buildings that are bigger than it, and certainly none that were like meant for company purposes. And again, looks completely abandoned. You can't really see anything, but you can see from this vantage point that there are like holes in the roof where certain things have just collapsed in, and you can see like the rainwater like dripping down and seeping down from the above level into there.
That might be a good place to start.
Hey, I'll pop the flashlight on my gun.
Okay. Sabrina, have you happened to see what the range on that is yet?
I'm getting to the page.
Okay.
On my slow computer.
I might be able to look it up. No, not emotions. The word emotion appears a lot in this book. Wow.
Oh, there it is. Huh.
Motion scanning. That's for the scout helm interface. This one, all detect rules regarding environment, regarding movement. All detect skill rules regarding movement. Okay. Doesn't say, huh?
Nope.
Bummer. Okay. So I'm gonna say, for the purposes of this game, that it's got a 20-meter distance to it. Just so, we have some sort of frame of reference, because it obviously doesn't go off infinitely. 20 meters is like approximately 100 feet. I think that's pretty reasonable, don't you?
Yeah, I was just gonna say the one above it has like a 50-meter radius, but that's for like radiation and pollution and stuff. So I don't know if that would be.
Yeah, I wish I would have said it. Let me see.
But it doesn't say anything about the motion one. It just kind of says it adds success die to your detect rolls.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that for the purposes of like detecting stuff, yeah, it's gonna have a 20-meter range on it. Because your your line of sight is probably only going to be about like 8 meters in any direction in darkness, even with a flashlight. So you still get quite a bit more than that. So.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. So you make your way down to, or well, do you make your way down to the building then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking for possible roof access.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you try and keep an eye out, and it looks like any roof access that existed externally is gone. You can see on the right side of the building, on the east side, there was a ladder at some point, but it's only got like 5 feet down from the roof, and then it looks like it's been sawed off, probably scrapped away at some point. So anything that would allow you access up to the roof has been taken away, and it doesn't look like it was really meant to. There wasn't a lot that was meant for external access anyways.
How much of that idea?
What's that?
You want to just go in the front?
Well, do we want to?
Maybe
Is there
look around.
any building like connected to it, or is there
No,
something?
it is completely freestanding.
Okay.
Again, it's kind of an unusual sight considering how everything is kind of crammed so tightly together even in the lower levels of inner downtown. To see something like this that's so kind of like on its own. Probably the only other things that would be kind of like this in inner downtown would be like factories. Sometimes you'll see like structures that are kind of this freestanding, but usually they're like a few buildings connected to each other. This is just one big building, that is, like I said, 10,000 square feet. So, square meters, rather. So about 100,000 square feet.
Be 30,000, I think.
Yeah. In practical game terms, it's 100 by 100 in terms of your squares. It's a big place.
Would Streetwise help me at all with like? Because I imagine rumors of these buildings are like a thing, like people talk about in like the slums.
Potentially. What type of information are you specifically trying to gain from the Streetwise roll?
I'm basically trying to gather some useful information of horror stories I might have heard about these places.
Okay. Sure. Give me.
I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a Streetwise check. Cool. Sure.
Okay, so that is my rank +1.
Well, for the number of die or the bonus? Because you have your success die, then your rank +1 in skill dice.
Number of die.
Yes. So if you were like a skill 2, then you'd be rolling 4. You have 1 in Streetwise then?
I have 2 in Streetwise.
So you roll another one, because you get the success die and then 3 skill dice.
No. My success die was a 7, and everything else is much lower.
Okay. Yeah, you... Honestly, this is the first time you've probably ever heard of these, which is surprising. But again, like, that just kind of continues to highlight, even though, you've grown up in rough areas in Mort City, when you were in Hiberia, this just highlights the difference between inner downtown and lower downtown. Like, that there's still that much of a separation that even you, who considers yourself fairly streetwise and worldly, has never heard of this.
Yeah, I got nothing, lads.
I'm fine with going in the front.
Do you want to do a walk around and see if it looks like maybe more they go in the back more, or there's any other entrances that they use more?
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, I think we should scope around the building.
All right.
I also do have my motion detector only goes up to a certain amount, but it might be able to help somewhat.
That can read through walls.
Rifle at the ready.
Same.
Yeah. So I picture going around, not like right up, but kind of. As
Did Matt freeze up for anybody else, or is that just
far
me?
enough
Yeah, I lost him too.
a good view,
Okay.
maybe like
Hang on a second, Matt.
like
You got pretty
60
choppy
feet
here.
away from the building.
All right.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but your camera froze, and there's some pretty hardcore lag, and it's for everybody, not just for me. So right now, you're still just a
Okay,
still image. Okay. It dropped out, and
Okay. Oh, I'm
it's
talking my camera.
loading back up.
Anyways,
There we go.
Better now.
You're darker, but you're here. Oh, you're here. Coming in.
Yeah, it's a little hairy.
okay. Worst case, I'll turn the camera off. Anyways, so I was picturing staying maybe about. Okay. Staying about 60 feet away from the building, kind of doing a walk around the perimeter.
Okay.
It was more appropriate to kind of look for if there's any footprints in, trails in.
Okay, so you take kind of a walk around of the building, and you see that, up at the front, the two entrances and everything were kind of like worn away, so you can kind of see a little bit inside the building. You're staying far enough away that you can't really get anything besides your flashlight, and a little bit of the floor. And then walking around the rest of the building, you can hear stuff on the other side of the wall. Sabrina, you're getting pings from your motion scanner. You've probably, in going around the outside walk of the perimeter, you pick up probably about 15 signatures. But you can tell that this goes farther in than your scanner can pick up for sure. Any back ways that existed, there was one entrance in the back that's like a double door that's been completely collapsed in and is no longer accessible. The facade of the building has fallen away in certain parts, but no way that would allow you in with any sort of confidence, and would probably require at least a 10-foot climb to get in. Up bare rock wall, a bare wet rock wall. It would not be easy, and probably going to be more trouble than it's worth, because you'd be going in completely blind, which is effectively the same thing you're doing by going in through the front door. So tactically, there isn't really any sort of good or advantageous back door in. The front is the most wide open area. It allows you the most visibility. It's probably going to be your best bet.
Okay. Sorry.
I mean, we're here to kill the bastards. I mean, if they know we're coming, they'll come at us. Since they got the melee weapons and the sticks, we might get a little bit of fire on us, but they're gonna come right at us to do us in.
Yeah, but they got the numbers, and I don't want them to swarm us. If they can overrun us. So don't let them get behind us. Don't let them flank us.
Let's hope they're not dumb enough to stay in there.
I mean, they might run off after we kill enough of them, and then we can call in the demo crew.
I feel like we need some demolitions and just bomb out the nest.
I got a
Where's our bomber guy when you need him?
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. This is lore downtown.
Yes.
Maybe I can play the bomber.
Nope. You were still in downtown because you were on top of other things, meaning that explosives are still banned here. The reason that they are not banned in the cannibal sectors is because they are out and away from the main Mort City structure.
Okay, fine.
And even with the demolitions crew that is coming in, they are doing that all by bulldozer. They are not doing that by explosives for that exact same reason.
Okay, that's why they need ops to go in.
Yes,
if they
that's
go
why they're not just blowing the whole thing up, precisely.
And visually just dropping the building on top of these guys. I'm like, well, that doesn't seem that hard.
Do you want a concussion grenade? I mean, it explodes and it's kind of bright.
That could be really helpful.
We'll save that for when they're starting to overwhelm us and we retreat.
Okay,
Yeah.
but one of you should probably take it because throwing was never my strong point.
Who has throw? That's a skill, and I found out too late when making my character.
I have throw.
do.
Okay, so,
Okay,
so Red Cap already has one of mine, so I'll give my other one to Raukka.
There you go. I have your regular grenade, right? Red grenade?
That was a concussion grenade.
Oh, okay.
The one I gave you in the first session, yeah. They were both concussion grenades. But then I found out that I could only really hit anything if I rolled like 2 9s. So.
Oh, man.
Okay, so stick together. Don't let them get behind us. We don't want them to split us up either. Call out any incoming.
I think we should determine our D&D marching order.
Might not be a bad idea.
Meat shields in the front.
I have a big boy spearhead. I mean, I have a long range weapon. I can cover the rear. I'm also no slouch in melee if shit goes down.
In that case, I will put away the rifle and get that chain axe going.
I mean, that works too. What's your rifle skill?
It's 3 dice plus 8. Axe is 3 dice plus 9.
I meant your rank.
What?
I meant your rank. I meant your rank in rifle.
There it is.
3. I have 3 both.
Am I cutting out?
Nope,
No.
you're good.
You were for me a little bit. I don't know.
A little bit.
Okay.
I mean, we can start off sweeping with rifles, and if you're fast enough, switch over to hand to hand.
Switch back.
Ideally, we don't want them to get close to us, especially if they're mostly using hockey sticks.
Switch back to the rifle. I kind of motion to Raukka to let's get the show on the road.
All right.
Alright.
Yeah, I've got my pistol out for starting. I can't see the map at all in Roll20. Is anybody else?
It's a big ass map. Go all the way to the bottom.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
that
all
is huge.
up at the bottom.
Okay.
I found it.
Oh, me. I got back
So-
out of Roll20 and come back in.
Couple questions.
Yes, what's up?
Would you accept a leadership role for a pep talk with the team beforehand? I don't know. My whole screen just went black. What just happened?
Did you see the group before?
Scroll down.
Yeah, if it's the groups are all the way at the
No.
bottom.
I meant my entire computer screen went black.
Okay, well that I
No,
can't
like
help
my
you
entire
with.
computer screen went black.
Did it go to sleep on you?
Yes.
It's probably haunted.
No. It, I don't know. My Roll20 was like glitching out for a minute.
Yeah, I mean,
It's back.
This map is huge, so I'm hoping it's not gonna like fry anybody's browsers or whatever. I have to run it twice for the stream, so it's holding up, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think that's.
I'm playing on a Commodore 64. I bought at a yard sale, so.
All right. So to answer your question, Reggie, you can go ahead and give a leadership role. What are you saying to the group?
All right, guys. I know this is a little scarier, me at least, but that's okay. We could do this. We got a strong team. We got this, and I'll help as much as I can.
Okay, give me a leadership check.
So that's. Okay. If it's 2, then it's 4, right?
Yes, if you're for the amount of dice you're rolling. It's a skill number +2.
Yeah, my Roll20 is just like. Yeah.
If you go into the
My
macros
Roll20
tab,
is
you
just
can
like,
go into the
too
volume.
much information.
All right. Well.
And it's that plus 7 for my bonus.
Okay. I mean, you did very well. That is a very inspiring speech. So what I would say is, let's say, and drive others succeed, making decisions that greatly affect. So let's go ahead and say that as a result of your rousing speech and your confident delivery, despite being absolutely terrified, that we will give everyone +1 to their success die for it's tough to tell a time. We'll say 10 rolls. So I mean, I will let you guys keep track of that on the honor system as best you can. So
you got dice at my desk. Here we go.
+1 for 10 rolls.
Yeah.
I love being motivated.
Hell yeah.
Also, I really can't like see the map. It's hard to. I'm trying.
Okay, I mean, do your best. I'm sorry.
If you zoom out enough, you can.
Yeah, and then when I zoom out too far, then I can't like see it at all. Really.
You know what?
Like,
You might.
It only shows the enemies. It doesn't show us.
This is very like hackneyed, but you might be better off just watching the Twitch stream and watching the video, and then you can have somebody else move your token around. Although then you can't do dice rolls.
I'm gonna be honest. The one viewer you have right now is me.
That's what I'm saying. So you might be able,
I've legit been on here this whole time.
or turn off Twitch and all of your other browser stuff, all of your other browser windows, and just Roll20. That might help because I've killed everything else but Roll20, and it's running a little bit better for me. And next time around, I will break this up into smaller maps.
Yeah, you need to do that. Like Roll20 can.
Yeah.
Roll20 eats up a lot of bandwidth.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to do my best with it, but I might have to do that next time. So we'll do the best we can and improvise as needed, and I can always call things out or describe things to people.
Okay, because I feel like I'm not supposed to be able to see the enemies, but that's all I see.
Really? You can see the enemies?
Yeah, I only see the enemies and I don't see us. It's really weird.
That is very strange.
I can only see our people in.
Well, that's
our
correct.
radius.
That should be good. Yeah, that's.
What cheat code you put in, Sabrina?
Oh shit.
It must be my motion detector. That's why I can
there you go.
see the enemies.
Oh yeah, there you go. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that makes my job easier as far as calling them out for you. I suppose that's.
How many are there?
I I'm accidentally cheating. I'm sorry.
What do you see on your radar, though? It's a good question.
What? I guess if we step in, how many would I notice?
All right. Well, if you all
Would it tell me?
If you all move inside, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get some detections over on the right-hand side. So you get 6 signatures off to your right of about, let's see, 10, 20, probably right around the edge of the range of your motion scanner, about 20 meters away.
Guess we
To the right.
Yep.
start moving toward him
All right. So
slowly.
you're moving to engage with them.
Well, like slowly moving in that direction, I guess.
Right. Okay. So we'll say, so you're just gradually moving towards the motion detection sensors?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll just move you over to the point. Are you all like kind of keeping this orientation?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. Can I rotate you
Yeah.
guys? Sort of, but then it doesn't stay in the... No.
I'd like to not be close to anything.
Yeah, I'm surprised Reggie is not in the way back.
That's what I would
Need
prefer.
her-
I don't know why I'm not.
Either shooting at
Well,
whatever she
it
shoots
it
at.
makes more. Well, it makes more sense because you have 2 buddies near you. You're sandwiched.
Okay.
It's to prevent
If
flanking.
you're in the way back and something gets behind us,
Yeah, I don't want that either.
Straighten all you guys out now. All right. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, if you have for Shrek watching your flank, then that's one less thing you have to worry about potentially.
And gives us all clear range of fire.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, so if I move you to right around where you... So the first thing you see...
1 second, guys.
You got it. So the first thing you come across is a group of carrion kind of gathered around, you know, what looks like a runoff pool from where the roof opens up overhead. You know, you can kind of see out into the sky a little bit, but it is so far above you that it doesn't really lend anything in the way of light. But in your, you know, in your formation with your flashlights, you can see 6 carrion around this pool. Of them, you have looks like 3 that are kind of like dressed together in scrapped up armor and hockey gear. The rest are just unarmored and unprotected. There we go. That's the... Yeah, well, oh, no, for sure.
I can see us now.
Oh, good.
I don't know what happened, but I can see us.
Can you still see the carrion, or... Well, now you can because of...
The entire map? Yes.
Yeah. You can still see the whole map.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess dynamic lighting must
Yeah.
have messed up for you. But... Okay. So, yeah, you come across this group.
The map went black for me. I'm a roll 20.
Have you tried moving over? Like, move over to your right a bit? Because I moved your tokens for you, so... If you move right and up a little bit, you should...
Oh, I'm...
Or if you zoom out and move right a little bit.
I moved it left and right. It's all black.
Okay. That's weird. Because your token's definitely still here. So...
I hate technology. COVID ruins these games by having us rely.
Yours yours is all black, and I can see the entire map with no black, so... Weird.
2 of you together. Works out. Let's see.
I'll be your eyes.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, you could try reloading it and see if that helps.
Still all black.
Hang on a second. Let me make sure. Yeah, no, you definitely have line of sight.
Yeah.
Can you see that ping on the map, Simon? The green ping didn't come up for you?
It's still loading.
Okay. Well, if it's loading, then yeah, it's loading.
I just reloaded. Hold on, I can't see it. Okay, I'm in. I can't see anything. It's being slow. I'm scrolling.
Yeah, sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. Whoop.
It happens.
When I was testing it out earlier today,
Everything.
it was running okay, but I should have taken into account the other people in here and shit. You got it now, Simon, or?
Can see everything. Red and white tiles, carrion around a puck.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, good to go.
Back.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and give me some initiative checks to start off. Bring up the turn order. Try my new fancy group initiative thing here.
I got a +9, so that's a 10.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Up in the chat here. Okay. So we've got Reggie with a 13. 13 for Reg. We've got Raukka with a 4.
9 for me, +5.
Okay, you didn't add in the 5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Patch with a 14. We've got for Shrek with a 15. 15, and we've got Red Cap with... Did you roll it yet, Red Cap?
Rolled a 1 +9.
Okay. Did you roll it just like on your table?
No, it's scrolled up there. It's just...
Oh, you rolled it before I rolled.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the group initiative for the carrying and stuff. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and order it out. And descending. All right. So first Shrek in the lead. I got the turnover on the right over here. Bring that in a little bit. So we've got for Shrek, Patch, Reggie, some carrion, Red Cap, Raukka, and the rest of the carrion. So let me just go ahead and pull up some notes here. So starting with the lowest initiative, 2 is going to attack Raukka. Hockey 2 is going to rush group. And let's see, Hockey 3 is going to do the same, rush. Carrion 1 is going to attack Red Cap. Raukka.
I think I'm gonna say something stupid and Gristle, like, I don't know. Vengeance has come! I'm stupid. I don't know. Just yell at him, like, try to scare him. And then, okay, so what are the rules? I think I was reading that if you're attacking with a ranged weapon and then you get closed in on in your hand-to-hand, you still get one more shot?
Yes.
Or is it just the nature of like how the turn goes down?
No, yeah. So if you get charged by somebody, then you still, and your declared action was a ranged shot, you can still take the ranged shot.
Okay, yeah, okay. So my declared action is I'm gonna shoot at the one that's coming for me.
Okay, so that's going to be carrying 2?
Yeah.
Okay. And then red cap.
I'm going to do the same. I'm going to try to take out the one that's coming from...
Okay.
Sorry, with my rifle.
Gotcha. Okay. So hockey carrying 1. He is going to charge at Raukka.
Raukka Raukka.
Reggie. Lots of R names in this group.
Mm.
Yeah. My bad.
I mean, I guess if since I'm going before them, they haven't been charging at me yet, but I mean, I guess Reggie would maybe try to shoot one.
Okay.
Please do.
He's not like he's gonna try.
Okay, which one?
One that is charging towards, I don't know. It's hard for me to see because if I zoom in, I don't want to lose. So we'll
Pick a number.
one that I can shoot at.
Okay. You
'Cause I can't
like
see which one.
getting a one that's targeting a specific member of the group or anything along those lines?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay. Who you targeting one that's coming at Raukka, one that's coming at Red Cap?
Doing this one here.
Carrying
is
2.
One that's. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Patch.
I'm going to shoot carrien 1 with my pistol.
Okay. And for Shrek? So we got your 2 orders. I gotta add you in twice here.
My first action, I'm going to fire burst at hockey 1, and then I'm going to fire burst at carrien 3.
Okay.
Mine's a single shot, by the way.
Okay. Gotcha. You're gonna burst at both of those?
Yeah, I just want to start dropping bodies, like, right now.
So hockey 1 and carrying 3?
Yep.
Okay.
And they're both within 20 meters, so I get +1.
Okay.
And +1 for close range, right? With my rifle.
Well, both within 20 meters is the close range, correct?
Yes, I also have a laser pointer.
Oh, okay, so that gives you so you get +2 total.
And +3 altogether from our rousing chicken.
From the rousing chicken, yeah. And I think you get do you get a +1 to hit for the for burst, or +2 for the rate of fire? So you get that's +2 to the damage modifier. That's not to hit.
Yeah.
But you do get to reroll the success die if you want to as well. So
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and make the roll.
All right, rifle. So that's 3. So that's 5. And +10 to all that. I'm going to attempt to reroll the success die anyway for my first shot.
Okay.
Okay, it's the same. Well, 15 on my success die, and then add 10 to all the other numbers. Okay. So.
All right, so
15, 16, 20.
All right, so you hit with 4 successes on the skill die. Yeah, you line this thing up. Is not particularly like it just kind of reacts. They're all kind of slow to react to you because of the sudden shift in light. So it allows you to basically just hit him while he's completely standing still. So with 4 successes, that's going to be headshot, which is going to be also +6 to damage. So go ahead and roll your damage and add 8 because of the rate of fire total. So damage roll plus 8.
$16.
Okay. So that was you were firing on the
Hockey
one. Okay. 16 damage. Hockey 1. That kills him. So yeah, you fire up 3 shots into his chest. It goes through like the freaking catcher's chest protector that he has over him, and he drops back. And he dies, and we're going to delete that token to try and get back every precious bit of processing power we can from Roll20.
Don't worry. I got you, buddy.
Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. Just keep picking him away. So, Hockey 1 is dead. And that was your first action. So, next up in the order, Patch.
Yeah. So, Patch had their gun already up and just kind of aims down and takes a shot. That's plus 6 to all that, so...
Were you doing burst fire as well, or
No, I was just doing
shot?
single shot.
Okay.
Bullets are expensive.
Yes, they are. All right. So plus 6, you said?
Yeah, with the one from Reggie.
Okay.
And the success die, and then it's 5 to the other ones. So it's a 10 on my success die, and then 8, 9, and 13.
Okay, so you get 1 success,
1.
which I don't think is any extra damage.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Margin of success. No, plus 1 damage.
Okay.
So 1 skill so roll your damage plus 1.
Hey, so 4 damage total because the minimum damage on pistol is 3.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you fire a shot off into it. You wing it in the shoulder. It kind of jerks off to the side, but it's still up and alive. Reggie, go ahead, take your shot.
He's gonna try.
You got this, Reg.
You're gonna do great.
Don't feel bad for him, Reg. They won't feel bad for you.
He's like, all right, I've shot things in training. I could do this. Trying to be positive.
Just like target practice.
They have the same targets there.
Except these targets will kill you.
And so will you. You tried to punch me when I said that last time.
Oh.
Wow.
You hit.
It's better than I expected. It's a plus
That hard?
2.
Okay, so you...
I don't know how damage works because I haven't shot anything yet.
So that's plus 2, so you only had 1 in dex and 1 in firearm or in pistol?
Yeah.
Okay, then just double checking.
Yeah, I'm lame.
All right, so you hit. So it's just straight damage. Fen 603 is 1d10 minus 2 with a minimum damage of 3. So roll 1d10 and subtract 2.
I don't know if my plus counts for myself. If it doesn't, then that's totally fair.
Yeah, I would say not, but 6 damage.
Boom.
All right, that was
I did way better than I thought.
Yeah.
Reggie's like super excited. He's like, "Man, I did it! Yeah!"
Yeah,
He's all excited.
you hit him right in the chest, and yeah, he ain't happy about it. But you
Oh yeah.
you scored a successful hit. So, all right, next up in the order is Carrien.
Yeah, kill me.
Carrien 3. Let me see. Reggie. Hockey 1's dead. I don't think I actually I didn't put in anything for Carrien 3. So, I mean, we'll say that he's just going to probably have to move up because he can't really charge because of the water in the way. So he has to kind of go around the pool.
Sorry about the coin sound. That was me.
Let's see. Reg. All right. Well, we'll just change that to 3. Yeah, we'll just have him moving towards Rush. Let's see. guess I should specify, because it looks like all these carrions are just shooting up an assload of drugs at this point. That I don't mean that they're just doing a buttload of rush. I believe carrion's rushing speed is 7, I want to say. So,
Where's money for the rush?
Hey,
what a rush.
They're dropping loot, it's fine. Yep, 7. So, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, come on. Oops, nope, not that one. 2, 3, come on. 4, 5, 6, 7. They get to there. Red cap.
I'm taking a shot. So
All right.
I need to get a 3 skill. So that. Plus 8. Plus 8.
Plus 8. All right, so 11. So you got 11. So 4 hits. You're firing a pistol.
I've got the AR.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Single shot rifle.
Okay. So you're doing single shot. So roll damage plus 6 because you had 4 successes, all 4 hit. And you were firing at carrion 1, correct?
Whichever one's coming after me.
They're all coming for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, then carrying 1.
Yep. All right, you blow him
10,
away.
Please.
Yeah. So yeah, as he's coming around, you just line it up. You hit him right between the eyes. Blam. And he rocks back and he goes down. And for Shrek, you shot the other one in the head too. So their armor had nothing to do with it, or those ones, their makeshift armor didn't help you anyways when you blew away the hockey guy. This guy didn't have anything anyways, but still, 1 clean through the skull, drops easy, not a problem. Raukka.
Okay, let me take my shot. That's a 1. Plus 3. So 2 11s.
But the first one was a 6.
Yeah.
So the first one is your success die, so you missed.
Okay.
So, boop, shot goes wide. Mark your ammo. Hockey carrying 3. He is moving up. So he's going to go... I'm going to move this in 1 clean motion here so it doesn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blurp. There we go. Hockey carrying 2 is moving up. He's going to do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blurp. He moves up. Carrying 2. It's gonna move up and attack Raukka. So he moves up 1. He's gonna swing on you with his claws. He is gonna hit. Actually, yeah, he's gonna hit. So, you're kind of distracted by shooting at some of the others, and as you turn, you kind of get blindsided by another carrion who drags his claws right across the side of your face. Yeah, he lands with a very solid shot to the head. So take 8 damage and 1 armor damage.
Oof.
Oh, jeez.
And you deduct your PV from the body blocker, so I believe that'd be 4 then. And then 1 damage to the resistance. So yeah, you kind of got distracted. You almost kind of got lulled into, I think, a false sense of security. You kind of rolled up and boop, boop, boop. You drop, 2 of them very quickly, and then you just get, again, even for you, the shift in light is still a little hard for you to process. You're better at processing bright lights than these guys are, but it's still not great for you, and it allowed you to get kind of hit from the blind side and mashed across the face. For Shrek, take your final action.
15 hit.
Yup, that'll do. Who is that on again?
Carrion 3.
Carrion 3. Okay, Carrion 3 is not in combat. So I'm going to save you the trouble because I think your skill dice were enough to do it. Yeah, so as Carrion 3 kind of comes towards Redcap, after you level the one at the back, you turn and you hit him and he drops down and he's out of the fight.
There we go.
So your body counts up to 2 in 1 round already. And then...
Oh, yeah.
And then top of the order, so top of the rounds. So we'll start off with Carrion 2. He's going to continue to attack Raukka. Hockey 2 is going to go for Redcap. Hockey 3 is dead. No, Hockey 3 is still standing. Okay. Hockey 1 is dead. Hockey 2 is going to also go for Raukka.
Raukka Raukka, pick Raukka.
Yeah. Hockey 1 or Carrion 1 is dead. Oh, I forgot to put Carrion 2. So Carrion 2 goes before the other guys. So, Hockey 1, Hockey 2, Hockey 3. Oh, no, that was right. He is at the end of the order. I just got skipped over. No, he's attacking. No, that's right. He said he was attacking Raukka. I was right with that. Raukka, what you doing?
I'm dropping the pistol and getting punch happy.
Okay.
On 2, I guess.
Carrion 2. Okay.
Unless Hockey Carrion gets closer, I might actually take a swing at him instead.
How do we handle that? So what you would have to do is if you wanted to declare your attack, number 1, you can move up to your closing speed, so you could always come to him if you wanted to.
That's right, yeah, I'll do that. I'm just going to step in.
Okay.
And
so you're going to go at Hockey 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Use the mutilator.
Okay. Redcap.
I am going to shoot at Hockey 2.
Hockey 2.
With my rifle.
Okay. And then we have Carrion 3 is dead. Reggie.
It looks like the only one I could logistically shoot at is that one, right? I wouldn't really be able to see the other ones. Without,
So you can shoot at Carrion 2 in the hockey, you can shoot at the Hockey Carrion right now without any trouble. You still, Raukka's not directly in with him. You can fire into a melee combat. It's just that if you, for you this is important. You have to have at least 1 skill die success if you succeed. If you just succeed on your or on your success die, then you have a 50-50 chance of hitting the other people in the melee. Or if there's multiple people in there, like you're hitting a random person in the group as opposed to someone directly. So for somebody who's not super confident with gunfire, Hockey Carrion 2 is probably your best bet.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what that is based on, because I can't see. Is that the one I pointed at?
I didn't see your ping, but that's this guy over here.
You see my this?
I just saw it there, but yeah, no, you have that guy. You'd have a better, you'd have as equally good shot on that guy as you would the Carrion 2. But Carrion 2's in combat and he's not.
Okay.
So that's the clearest shot you have.
I don't want to risk shooting. Yeah, I don't want to
Understandable.
risk shooting my buddy, so.
Okay, Patch.
Yeah.
I'm going to move like a queen diagonally to that one thing so I can get a shot at Carrion 3.
Okay, so you're shooting a C3.
Yeah.
Okay, and for Shrek, your 2 actions.
My first action is going to be shoot Carrion 3 before Raukka closes in, and then I'm going to fire another burst at Carrion 2 if that thing is still alive by the time it gets to my second combat action's turn.
Okay, so are you single shot firing at Carrion 3?
No, I am going to be an irresponsible spender and fire burst.
Okay, bursting at both. Okay, cool. All right, Fair Shrek, go ahead and...
Guys' chances.
Yep. So go ahead and take your burst shot at Hockey 3. So you get plus 10?
Yeah. I can re-roll that success die if it's not hit, right?
Yes, but that'll be a hit.
Okay. Well, so I got 13, 13, 11, 11, and 12.
Yep. And they were... The Hockey Carrion did move his rushing speed, so you do have a -1, but I think that's just to the success die. So I think you still hit, and, I mean, 11 is still going to do... It's still going to do +6 damage. Let me just double-check that quickly. Margin of success. No.
How long did you say my +1
10
lasts
rolls.
for everybody?
10 rolls.
So we got 9 left.
10 roll.
Well,
Well,
for Shrek
I've got 9 left.
has 8 left.
8
7
left,
now. Alright, range attack modifier. Let's see. So, target is moved more than closing speed this combat round. So, no, they didn't move it this round. They moved it last round. So, that's an interesting little quirk. So, no, you just hit it. So, yeah, you connect again. So, go ahead and roll +8 damage again for the burst fire and headshot.
17.
Blurp. Okay. Yeah, you turn and fire from the back, and he goes down as well. Okay, so he's dead. Patch.
So yeah,
It's
I
worth
moved,
the money.
So you were shooting at Hockey 3, right?
Yeah, I was gonna move there and shoot at Hockey 3.
Okay, so instead you can do an auxiliary action, which I don't know if it's specifically stated, but moving your closing speed is completely reasonable. And then if you wanted to like reload or do anything like that, then you could do that as well. But you can at least move your closing speed. If you did,
Okay.
if you still wanted to attack somebody different, you could do that. You'd be at a -2.
In that case, I'll just move my closing speed and move there so I can get a shot at Carrion 2 next round if he's still alive.
Okay.
I doubt he'll still be alive.
All right, Reggie. And you can move your closing speed too, Reggie, if you don't want to just stay in a line. If you want to move forward, backward, you can move, I think, 2 for your closing speed. For you specifically.
Does that make a difference as far as like hitting?
No, not for this in particular, but for depending on, you know, if this thing moves towards you or if you want to get farther away from it or at a different angle, that's up to you. But you have the option. I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
Okay. I don't think he's gonna move just yet.
Okay. Stand behind the meat shield. Fair enough. So you can go ahead and just take your shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, it's slow.
It's okay.
I press it, it loads. Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Fucking sharpshooter over here. All right, go ahead and roll your damage.
Super excited.
Yeah.
It's like I did it again. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll your damage.
Well, let's see. Oh no.
It
minimum.
minimum damage of min damage
3.
on the 603 is 3 damage. So you still hit him for 3. You fire a shot into his chest
So he's
protector.
still happy.
Yeah, you fire a shot into his chest protector. You hit him, but you know he still looks in fairly good shape. Reggie, Redcap,
Taking my shot.
Yeah.
go ahead, make your roll.
Get him.
And I'm +1 from Sabrina on that.
Okay. Yeah, you connect on all. What's your bonus?
+8.
+8. Okay. Yeah, you hit on all of those. You were firing on which one? Hockey or
2, I believe.
hockey? Yeah, hockey 2. Yep. Okay. Okay. So did I mark him down? Should have gotten down. Might not have saved. Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage at a +6. It wasn't a burst fire, right? That was single shot, right?
Oh.
Okay.
Single shot, yeah. 13.
Holy fuck. All right. Well, so You were firing with a 603, right?
I have the rifle.
Oh, so is that just a flat 1d10 normally?
1d10 plus 3.
Oh, so you were rolling 1d10 plus 9. So you got actually an additional. Yeah, whenever I say pluses, roll that on top of any other bonuses from your, like, whatever.
I didn't actually have the damage written.
Was that, Bill?
Didn't actually have the gun damage written down, so I'll do that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you put a bullet square through his head. You blast him away. He drops. Rauka.
I helped.
Yes, Reggie gets the assist.
It's like like when someone opens a jar and you're like, I loosened it for you.
Reggie gets the assist for the kill.
All right,
It had 20 HP and you put it away.
That's 15.
All right. Yeah, you crush him with the 2 skill or with the extra skill successes. You blow him away. You knock his head right off as he comes at you. So like he blindsided you with a hard shot, and then you decide to give him back one as hard as he gave, if not harder. You turn and throw your mutilator fist into the side of his skull and completely shatter it. And brain matter kind of piles out and splatters across the floor, and he drops and is dead, and you've cleared out your first group.
Yeah, T.
That wasn't so bad.
Yeah, except we just made a lot of noise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely know where he is.
Now here comes the fun part.
Back in formation.
Yep. Start whistling for him. What's your finder?
I mean,
look
we
like
can
there?
keep moving in that same direction.
Yeah, let's go till we hit a wall at least.
What'd you say, Bill?
What's the motion finder looking like?
Yeah,
Around you, it's still pretty calm. So it doesn't seem like anybody is rushing at you currently. And yes, you made a lot of noise, but also this place is so big and so cavernous, it could be difficult to pinpoint where the noise is coming from if it's more than 10, 15 meters away. So while you'll probably draw in people who are close by, if somebody's on like the other side of the fucking store or something, they know something's going on, but they don't necessarily know exactly what or where, or may not be interested enough in checking it out.
I would say that we could keep moving in the same direction and just sort of do like a perimeter thing, like just go along, along the wall.
Okay.
If that makes sense, since it's dark and it's such an open space. If everybody's in agreement with that, or
That's fine. I like the idea of having a wall. That way they can't get around that side.
right. So we just kind of keep like moving, basically where we are, but in that same direction, off to the right.
Okay.
But slowly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I kind of want to look at the liquid on the floor. Is liquid on the floor just rainwater?
yes, just rainwater.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to collect it for drinking water, essentially. Gathered around it. So you move. I'm gonna try and kind of gradually step y'all over here so you can follow along. Because again, big map. Paul's learned a lesson today. But as you move over, so this is where probably like the checkout area used to be, the area that you're standing in like right now. So you can see like where the actual consoles are long gone, but you can kind of see the spots on the floor like where the dirt was like slightly less dirty than those areas. Even still, years later, you can still kind of see them highlighted. And as you start to walk in, you start to come across like the main shelving area. So up in your upper right, you start to see shelves, things like that, for like the actual aisles that go back. You see a sign kind of up above that's kind of like half tilted, hanging off of like a piece of chain that says home items. And then you continue to move along. And then as you start to approach closer, you get to the point where you can see.
This is so fun.
Where you can see.
It is a little spoopy.
A door there. And letters that should be on the GM's layer but are not. Burp.
Yeah, they're super glitched out for me.
What, the letters or like
Yeah.
the map in general? Oh, okay.
Everything's like stretched across the screen.
Whoa. Are they gone now? I just deleted them.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Nope.
So there we go. Okay, so as you get to the wall, you see actually like double doors that that lead into another room, as opposed to going along the perimeter.
So, would I be able to detect anything through there?
Yeah. So you're close enough that your motion sensor gives you 3 readings, 3 signatures of motion.
We could ambush them.
Okay.
Yep.
You want to try to stealth up there?
Same.
Okay, so we got a couple people who are going to move up there stealthily.
Yeah.
Try.
Okay.
Like, you want each of us, you want to take a side of the door and we can each hide around the corner and then turn in and then let loose when the time comes.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the door is
Okay,
actually kind of
so-
like hanging off the hinges a little bit, so you're able to like move in and see, actually see inside.
So then, if that's kind of our plan, I probably want to go off to the side a bit, like not in the fray. Right? Like more over there or something.
Yeah.
You could be the
Probably.
bait.
Taste the
I don't want
bird.
to be bait. I just want to be out of the way.
How about Patch and Reggie hide in the corner Reggie was talking about. Raukka just stands in the doorway as bait, and me and Red Cap will just gun them down from around the corner.
That sounds good.
That's fair.
I will stand on your side then. Us not crossfiring each other.
Well, I was mostly joking about the bait thing. I was thinking we make a noise out here and wait for them to come out and clobber them.
You want to do that? I mean,
That's not a bad idea.
Like,
Yeah,
come on out, yeah, great.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Okay, so you stand on the outside and kind of goad them into coming out. All right. So I mean, because you signaled them, I really can't give you any sort of like surprise shots or checks. But they'll only be able to really react based to the people they can currently see, which is Reggie, I think.
No, I'm in the corner over here. Does
Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. it's
thing
your
not
thing.
work? Where I keep saying that's over here?
yeah, I thought you would have moved your token over there, but you may not be able to.
Is it if it's?
There, I just moved it for you.
I didn't know that we could move around tokens. I thought you did.
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah, you can move your own token.
sorry. I didn't know we could actually even move them ourselves.
Fun fact.
Oh.
So, all right, so you all like yelled for them to come out. Okay, so with that in mind, I guess then they move out, but they really can't pay attention to kind of what is there. So we'll say that they kind of come out in a line like this. 1, 2, 3. So I will say that the first, I will say that now if you have sight to them, then you can get potentially get an action on them before they act on you.
Do rush actions count in this scenario? Or just one?
I guess you get 2. Yeah.
Sweet. Red Cap, you take the one front, and I'll fire a shot at the other 2.
Sounds good, buddy.
Wait a minute. We're in the crossfire.
Yeah, I was as part of my action was gonna move.
All You lot can give your balls a tug.
I mean, I'm not gonna miss, but
Alright, so I still get my plus 10.
the problem is if I
There's a-
hit someone, you fucking die.
So why don't all of you give me initiative rolls now, and then I'll put them in at the bottom, or they'll. Yeah, I'll let them start off with like a 0 initiative for this one. So they'll still get to act, but you'll all go before them.
I love going on 9, apparently. Isn't that what I went on last time?
Yeah, I think so. All right. So, for Shrek, what'd you get?
10.
10. Redcap.
I'm on 12.
12. Raukka.
12.
9.
9. Patch.
14.
14. Reggie, you said you got 12?
Yeah.
Reggie with 12. Okay.
I
Sending.
don't like these numbers here. What's with these numbers?
All right. So, carrions are just gonna try and attack the closest person if they're still alive. For Shrek, you're gonna. Oh, and then also I gotta add you a second time for Shrek. So, both.
I know, my drug problem's so annoying.
That's fine. All right. So for Shrek, you're gonna be the first one, or you're gonna announce your first. So, which ones are you going at?
Okay, looks like I will shoot. I'm gonna shoot 27 and 28.
27, 28. Got it. All right. Redcap.
So I'm gonna move diagonally to the bottom left. So here, well, you can't see where I'm pointing.
If you click on that and hold down, it'll ping it.
So like there, and then shoot 29.
Okay.
Try not to shoot for these 3.
Got it. Reggie. Reggie.
Can I shoot at them, or is it because they're in the way I can't?
No, you can.
Meaning my teammates.
Yeah, as long as you can shoot at anyone you have line of sight to.
Then yeah. Okay. Then I'll shoot at the middle one there.
Okay. Patch.
I'm going to shoot the first one through the door, so 29.
Okay. All right. All right. So for brevity's sake, I'm not writing these ones down because I don't think this combat's going to last super long. So just, remind me of who you're shooting at again when you shoot at them. So Patch, go ahead. You said you were shooting at 29, correct?
Yep.
Go ahead, take your shot.
Yeah, that's +6 on the success and 5 on the other one, so
Okay.
should be
3 successes.
Yep.
3 skill successes and then your regular success. So
Yep.
3 is +5 damage, I want to say. +4, or hit a leg.
I'll just do the +4.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage.
So 12 damage.
So, okay, 12 total. All right. You hobble it very badly. Yeah, you land a good shot. And you blast it in the chest as opposed to hitting the leg. Square right through center mass. It staggers, barely manages to stay on its feet, but it is very, very badly hurt. Reggie. You're shooting at 27,
I'm
correct?
shooting. Is
Yep.
one?
Middle guy.
Okay.
Yep.
In the middle?
Can you not see the nameplates?
They're all kind of squished
Okay.
together for me.
Ah, shit, really? Okay.
They were fine
I'm
earlier.
afraid
then
if I
they
start
moved
zooming,
over.
then I'm gonna lose it.
Fair
And
enough.
The fact that I can actually see it, I'm just taking the fact that I can see it.
Okay. Totally understandable.
Oh, it actually rolled pretty quick that time.
All right, sweet.
It's a +2, so.
All right, you miss. Okay. Redcap.
Alright, so 2, 3. Shoot that guy. This is gonna probably die.
Shooting the one at the front.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he dead. Yep, you hit him very solidly. Blow him away. Deduct your ammo, and you're good for Shrek.
27, say cheese. 13 hit.
Yes, it does. All right, you blow him away.
Yay.
He only had 2 HP left, so he quite dead.
He's super.
He's quite dead.
Quite dead. Raukka.
So I guess I'm taking a step in and see if I can club that guy.
So you're going to do that at the -2?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're moving up, right up to 28, like there?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's your bonus?
8. Well, 9 if we're still counting Reggie's pep talk, but
Yeah.
8.
Okay. So, yep, +9. That will hit. That will succeed. You will do... So that was just +9. So +8 on the skill die, +9 on the success die then?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you hit with 3 successes. So you can either do a leg or +4 damage.
Let's do +4 damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage. Okay, 8 damage total. That's weird. It's doing weird things to the token. But I know, so... Okay. Yeah, this one hasn't been hit yet, correct? Carrien 28. That was the first shot on him anyone took?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Yep. So you hit him square. You nail him. God damn it. Or no, that's not correct, actually. I wonder if that's going to do that for everybody. So that's going to be a hassle. Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I just want to check something quick here. Okay. Whatever. You hit him. He stands up. He still stands firm. With his, so he's the last to go in the order. So with that, he's gonna go ahead and try and swing back at you. He's gonna take the -2 because he didn't realize you're there. That is still gonna hit. He's gonna hit, and he is going to do 2 successes. So that is what, plus 2 skill die, 2 damage. So take 4 damage and 1 armor damage.
Okay.
So with your PV, nothing but 180. And then for Shrek, take your last action.
Okay, so we can close, right?
Yep.
And move, and we can move like. Okay.
And you can take an action. You'll be at a -2 to take another, to do another attack if you want to move. You know, because your previous target was dead.
No, my target for this round is still alive.
Oh, okay. I thought that. All right, I didn't realize it was 20. So yes, but so then you can just take a straight up shot at him.
$14 enough?
Yep, 14 will do it. And then what? Yep, 4 successes. You blow him away. Yep. You put one through the head. He goes down.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You've cleared out another group.
Let's check inside the room, make sure
Yeah,
they're in the
team.
room.
Okay, so you head inside the room. This looks like this was probably like a break room for the employees here before. You can see like a couple dismantled chairs and things like that. But other than that, this room is pretty empty. Other than there is another, there is a doorway at the back, but the door, upon examination, is obscured. It looks like there's probably some collapsed rubble on the other side of it that is causing it to not move. And then looking down that way, you can't really see anything down that hallway either. It looks like just the part of the wall collapsed on this to make it an impassable barrier.
Okay. Let's stick to the plan, stick to the wall, and make our way back into the store.
Okay. So now you're starting to move your way upwards?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way up along the wall. And give me a second here. Let me just do some bookkeeping. Clear other turns lists.
It's not. It's not letting me move my token. Hold on.
Okay.
Do you want us to move, or
Yeah, you able to move it now, Simon? Or
No, it keeps saying patch every time I click on it.
maybe if I move you to a new spot, it'll work better for you. How about now?
Okay, that works. Yeah, it was over like patches roll 20 windows. Decided to
Okay.
forget who owned what.
Fair enough. Perry, can you move yours?
someone's got some feedback or something?
Perry, you there? Can't hear you, buddy.
Yep.
Okay, there you go. For Shrek, you able to move your character now? And you continue to make your way along the side of the wall.
Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a smidge of lag.
Okay.
I continue to try to detect movement as I move along.
Okay. Yeah, you go through.
That's why we're slowly inching.
Yeah. Yeah, you're making your way along slowly and carefully and cautiously. And I can go ahead and, if you want, so I can move y'all to where you're going to kind of run into the next group. So for this, I'm going to keep y'all like you are.
That would be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to move you up, going about 10, 15 spaces, somewhere in there. And then you start to get signatures for 4 more in this particular location.
I
Are
went
those
black.
brown things? Those brown things, are those like shelves? Or
Yes.
is that just like flooring?
It's shelving, so you can see through it. It doesn't prevent line of sight, but you can't move through them.
Okay.
And then in front of you is kind of like a pile of rubble that you can make out. And you're moving into the pharmacy area of the store now. So, you know, where the civilian drugs were at one point. You can see that where the area you're at now, there's like over here by this pile of rubble, there's like a counter that kind of extends a little bit back into this. So that's not like a direct entrance, but it is like visible into that particular area.
think we should pick an aisle and make our way down.
Or we just
Roll
kind of pair up on the aisle, make some noise.
20
and
went black.
examine.
For me again. Hold on.
Okay.
I mean, if we each take an aisle, or two of us on each aisle and kind of in between, make some noise, and they'll just run straight into our gunfire.
Is there any debris that I can throw?
Oh yeah, well, there's this place is not want for debris. I assure you.
Pick up like a tin can or something and throw it on aisle 2 there.
Okay. So you go ahead and chuck it down the aisle, and you get one that kind of wanders out to examine it. He kind of climbs over the pile of rubble here, and then as he does, or starts to climb over it, then he kind of gets a look at all of you. Do you take a shot at him? Do you like just wait for him to move? See
Can
what
we
he
shoot
does?
him?
Yeah, I mean, you have the jump on him, so if you want to do that, I don't see why you couldn't.
I'm gonna shoot him, guys.
Do it.
Do it.
I'm hiding behind you. I was like, I don't want to be up front for this.
All right, so let's check the roll here. All right.
17 and a lot.
Yep. All right. So go ahead and that's another headshot for you. So go ahead and roll with your +6 damage. Boy.
He's super dead.
Yep. Burst firing again, I assume.
Can I just? Yes, I decapitate him.
Oh, yeah, I
his
mean-
head is separated.
I would say probably more like you just blew away whatever of his head was there with those 3 shots. Like all 3 bullets connect. And yeah, you just very very solidly managed to take him out. Like he goes down very quickly. That does spark the attention of the other carrion, though. So go ahead, give me your initiatives.
Good.
Add you all to the turn tracker.
Hey, I rolled good this time.
Jeez.
I did not.
Okay, so Raukka got a 6. Red Cap got 19. For Shrek got an 8. Reggie got an 8. And Patch
14.
got 14. 14, bang. Okay. Start descending. Okay, so starting off in first order, Raukka.
Can I hold my action?
No, because you went first, you have to declare first.
There's something.
Or because you're the lowest, you have to declare first, act last.
Okay. Let me see actually if there's any tricks I can use. Oh, too far. There's no cameras. Why would I do that? All right. I guess I'm just going to make a bunch of noise. You know what? I'll say in Gristle. the equivalent of get the fuck out here.
Okay, so you're like goading him in.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not doing anything combat wise.
Yeah, I can't see a target. I don't want to do anything stupid just yet.
Okay, gotcha. When the time rolls around, you can move your closing speed. Still, if you wanted to.
Okay.
In your turn. So. So we'll say, Raukka. Okay. Carrien is gonna. This one's gonna rush towards the sound of the bang. For Shrek.
Is there an equivalent of Overwatch where I can like just keep my gun out and shoot the first thing I see?
So the only thing that you could really do like that is because you're not declaring it. Is that you can take the shot in. You can take a shot in your turn order at a -2, because it's basically the same equivalent of a failed action. So you'd be like firing at the first thing, but you didn't really have a lead into it. So you can do that. I don't think there's really a specific SLA rule for it, but that makes the most sense to me.
Okay, both my actions will just be that.
Okay, got it. Blind shot, blind shot. Okay. Reggie.
Well, one blind shot, one reload.
Okay. Gotcha. Reggie.
I'm assuming I can't really do anything because I don't know if I'm going to be able to see anything.
You can move if you want to.
No.
Okay.
I don't know because the thing is, I don't know if they're going to come out, because going backwards, I logically wouldn't. So, I don't know.
Okay.
Unless I just do the blind shot thing that First Shrek is talking
If you want
about,
to,
or is
if
that
you
not something I can do? Cause,
you can do that, but you'll be at a 0 total.
oh, so there's no point.
Yeah, I mean, anything that was moving more than its closing speed, you literally could not hit. So, if you want to
Okay.
just wait for the action to develop, that's fine. If you wanted to like reload or do anything like that in the meantime, you could do that with like an auxiliary action if you wanted to. That's up to you, and you can move your closing speed. All right.
No, I mean, if we haven't reached the end of my leadership anyways yet, right? So
I do not believe so, except for Shrek's probably getting up there.
I got like 5 rolls left.
Well, you've only rolled 5 times.
I've only rolled 3, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice.
So that means
Yeah.
Shrek would have rolled 6 times then, unless he only used one action one time, which is possible.
alright then, yeah, I can't do anything.
Well, say I have 4 rolls left. That sounds fair.
All right, fair enough. All right. Patch.
Oh, I'm going to, first thing that comes out of the darkness, I'm going to shine my shoulder flashlight right in their face to try to blind them a bit or throw them off.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Red cap.
I'm gonna blind shoot anything that comes down the aisle there. I'm over.
Okay. Okay. So starting
I
off.
go first, right? So.
Yes, yeah, you go first. So if you want to make.
So I'll make auxiliary action to move 3.
I mean, that's just regular. I mean, you can move your closing speed, and then if something comes into your view, you could still take a shot at it if you wanted to.
Okay, so I'll move here. And I don't see anything. I radio in. I'm like, I don't see any down here.
Okay.
Tell the relative direction of where they are, or just how many there are?
Your signatures come from these directions as I try to ping the map. So over in those ways. So to your, your right,
So-
your upper right, and slightly upper left.
Okay. So I would have relayed that to people if that changes anything.
Okay. Patch, you still holding?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So one of them comes bursting out into the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You hear some scuttling coming out from this way, but your flashlights can't really get over this pile of rubble to get a clear view without taking a couple steps closer. But then you see another one come scrambling through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That charges out from behind the counter and basically like almost dives over it to try and make a go at you. All right, Reggie's holding. So for Shrek.
Well, I'm going to blast Carrion 34 for all this trouble.
Okay,
+8 to this.
go ahead, take a shot. Oh,
I would like to re-roll.
okay.
Okay, 14 hits.
Okay, 14, and then 3 successes, so +4 damage.
Yep. $13 points of damage.
All right. Yeah, you nail him. Right in the chest as he kind of like scrambles over this counter, kind of falls down, stumbles to get back up, and as he does, you hit him with 3 bursts right in the chest, and he goes down. Bang, he dead. So let's see. The next one moves up 1. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You hear some scrabbling kind of coming from around this way, over here. But you do not get anything in your sight as of yet. Raukka.
This garbage here, is that like difficult terrain or something?
Yes. Yeah, so 2 movement for every 1 meter. Double.
Okay.
Half movement.
I'm just gonna move a closing distance.
Okay.
And not do anything.
Okay. And then for Shrek, your last action, you said you're going to reload, so go ahead and reload.
And I'll close.
Okay. And then top of the order, Redcap.
I'm going to move towards I can't get a shot on that. I'm gonna move up towards the debris on the counter as much as I can.
Okay, so you're just moving?
Yeah.
Okay. Patch?
I can move.
I'm going to rush up behind Raukka.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. 34 is dead. Reggie.
Oh, DM.
What?
Reggie, your go.
I know. I thought someone else was saying something.
I'll wait.
Why are we going forward and not backward now? Or is that, did I miss something? Like, don't we usually start at the bottom and go to the top, or is that not how it... I'm confused.
You're moving upward.
Oh no, initiative-wise, we started in the wrong direction.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's...
My bad.
But
No,
my plan today is the same, so.
that was just a screw up for me. My bad.
Okay.
No, did we? No, because we started with Raukka at the bottom. Raukka, carrien for Shrek. No,
Yeah,
no,
that was-
I did the wrong order. You're right, my bad. Well, we're at the middle now, roughly. So. Sorry, Reggie. My mistake.
No, I don't know that there's a whole lot I can really do. Because I can't really see anything at this point. So.
Do you not have line of sight on 24?
I don't know, do I? Is that too far away?
Oh yeah, because you don't know. So with Raukka's
uh,
flashlight, Raukka can give you visibility on carrien 24. Which,
So I can shoot at it?
yeah.
Or do I have to move up?
No, you have. You can take a shot on it.
Okay. Is there like a minus because of the stuff?
-1. Because it's kind of light cover.
Okay. I mean, whatever. I'll do it.
Okay, so you're gonna shoot at 24.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll just kind of keep going it this way then. Let's see. So for Shrek, your 2 actions.
All right, I'm reloaded. I'll pop a burst into 24. I'll take whatever minus I can get.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can
And
see
now-
him now, so I mean it's a -1, yeah, because of the difficult terrain, but that's it. Yeah. Although he may be out of that when he comes in, he may not be in cover anymore.
And then my next action, I'll blind shoot whatever else is
Okay.
not supposed to be there.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. And then Raukka.
I'd probably just go after 24.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So screwed that up. But top of the order, Redcap, go ahead and make your move.
Okay, so I'm at brush is 6.
Yep.
3, 4, up here.
Okay. Patch, go ahead and make your move.
I can move through teammates, right? It doesn't cost XP actions or
that's
anything like that? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So carrien, so he is going to charge Raukka. Scrabbles through everything here, and then it's going to attack. Unarmed attack here. So he is going to hit, and he is going to have 3 successes. So he is going to. I think he's going to actually go for. Well, let's see. He actually has to deal damage to the affected body part to do a wound. So I guess I'll determine that first. So he does actually. Yeah, because then he wouldn't. So I'll just have him do the bonus then. So 3 successes. So that is another +4. So 6 damage, 1 AD. Raukka. Reggie, you can go ahead and take your shot. Keep in mind you are firing into combat now.
Which means what exactly?
If you have to hit with at least 1 skill die, otherwise it's a 50-50 chance you hit the other people in the fight.
And I can't take it back now, right?
I mean, you can basically just cancel your action to like an auxiliary action or just like a closing range move if you don't want to fire. You're not forced to fire, but or you could try and fire on something else for a -2, but there's nothing else in range. So yeah, because the situation has changed, you can hold your fire if you want to.
I'll just move over here.
Okay.
To be behind more people?
Okay, fair enough. All right, for Shrek.
Oh, gonna be stingy with this clip, so I'm gonna do single shot actually,
Okay.
and I have 3 more special rolls. So single shot plus 10 to this. All right, 17 and is a 13 a success?
Yes, it is.
Okay, 17 and 4 skill die successes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage. Yeah, that's going to be another headshot. So go ahead and give +6 to that on top of any other bonuses you might have.
$15.
Okay, yeah, you kill him. He dead. So, you nail him. He's out.
Yay.
Alright. The next one you hear, you actually hear kind of scrambling away from the fight. Moving over in, like, this direction over here. And then we will end combat there because he books out.
Woo.
We should chase him before we.
Yeah, it's gonna tell the others.
Alright, let's get him.
Yeah, we can chase.
Right. Could I use my tracking skill?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a roll.
So I've got a natural aptitude for tracking. I don't know how much that changes.
I think it gives you a success die, an automatic skill die success, I want to say. Go ahead and make the roll, see if it matters, because it's not going to be difficult to...
So that's +6.
Okay. Alright, so you're just trying to follow him specifically, or...?
Catch up with him if I can.
So tracking is just figuring out where a person went.
Right,
It's not tracking... okay, I get... Yeah, no, that's...
Yeah, I don't want to run off into the dark. That'd be dumb.
I mean,
I was about to say,
I can find him, but he knows where he's going. I don't.
I guess we just start moving in that direction, and I'll keep an eye out on the sensor.
Okay, so as you start to move in that direction, you hear, like, the sound of, like, kind of like a rhythmic, like, banging, like, coming from, towards the center of the store more.
oh
that doesn't-
boy.
Like, you hear the sounds like sticks clacking against the ground, like, stomping, banging, things like that.
Might be time to change tactics.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot.
Agreed.
It doesn't sound like it's getting closer. Like,
Get the
like it just sounds like I said, like it's like rhythmic, like banging and slamming, but it's not moving towards you at this point.
Maybe it's a challenge.
at 8.
Call out to them.
All right. I yell as loud as I can. ADV.
All right. So
The fuck?
you yell that in in Achillean.
I mean, if there's like an equivalent.
So you're basically like signaling that you're an advanced carrion.
Yeah.
So that you're one of them, essentially, which is probably the best.
That I'm above them.
Oh. Okay. So with that, you definitely hear like a lot of chatter in response. And you get like you guys, the other four of you just hear like fucking nonsense, like just like just random fucking noises. But you know, for Raukka, it's the equivalent of like rabble essentially. And then you hear one of them din through in the effect of a direct challenge of like I will tear your bones from your flesh, from a deeper voice that you can recognize as probably being the alpha. Also, the gristle is more articulate, to the point where you're pretty positive that you've just been challenged by the alpha of the group.
Yeah. That one for me.
All right.
So you make your way over to where the noise came from?
Has anybody got a Band-Aid? I've taken all of the punches.
Yeah, sure.
You sure have.
I'll calculate the ebb. Let me look at the difficulty on that real quick. I think it's below even what my dice is. But,
Okay, I got one more turn of +10, and then I'm a normie.
just had that page up with all my app abilities too. Oh, let me make the roll while I look. +8 on all those. Yeah, that's going to pass. And actually, that's all. Those are each a success. So, because I think I only need a 7 with my heal kit.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll.
I did the
oh,
roll
you did the roll.
I did 9, 9, 10, 8, and 10.
Ooh. Oh, so and your bonuses are 16 and all. Okay.
Is +8, yeah. And,
so you get your flux back and you do the heal.
Yeah, so 7. He heals 7 points and removes a wound if he has any.
Okay.
Because of my Ebb Med kit, it gives a +1 to the heal.
Okay. Then go ahead and fire off the heal. Get your hit points back, Perry.
Hi.
So, yeah, I haven't really described, like, when I do the calculating the flux, basically, like, there's glyphs all over the suit that are, like, odd math equations and weird languages, and, like, they kind of glow with this, almost like a dark pink light lighting up as they kind of, as Patch kind of, like, zones out for a second, and then you feel yourself, all your wounds starting to close up.
It itches. All right, let's go.
All right. So do you all collectively move over to the sound of the rabble?
Yeah.
Raukka, did you communicate what's happening here?
Yeah, I would have let them know that louder one was for me.
Okay. So you make your way over to the group?
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to be moving to your upper left. So I'm going to port you all there. And you move into... So if we're doing this actual challenge style, you walk into a group, and they don't, like, advance on you or anything. They let you kind of come to them. But you have at the center an alpha who, again, standing about Stormer size, large antlers coming out from his skull. And he has, like, some sort of staff behind his back that you can see. So he has some sort of weapon that he uses. And then all of the other carriens, it seems like, that were remaining in the store have gathered around. And are kind of still banging and, like, kind of keeping, surprisingly, and again, for some of the others of you, like, this is, like, you've only ever seen a carrion, like, run the fuck away or run the fuck at you. For them to kind of, like, be kind of, like, convening like this is unusual, but the sway of an alpha can have that sort of hold that sort of restraint to them. So Raukka, you kind of come up and you face down with the alpha, and he kind of looks you over, and he says, he's like, "Who did you kill for that armor?"
I think Raukka kind of like puffs up and says, "Everyone."
The rest of you almost kind of recognize like a laugh, like a, and he, the alpha, kind of responds back and says, "Well, you and me, 1-on-1. You win, everyone else leaves. Or all of you against all of us. Your choice."
You die either way.
Then what'll it be?
X out Chain X.
I think I
I'll pop my claymore. Roll 20 with whack on me again. So give me a minute.
I understand if you're afraid.
I think Raukka makes a big show of like cracking his knuckles and kind of signals to the rest of the squad, "I got this." Like, just kind of a head nod.
You sure?
No.
I'm gonna be encouraging and be like, "Yeah, you got this."
Go, Raukka! Alright, so you're accepting the Alpha's challenge?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just leave it at you two for right now. So go ahead and give me your initiative check.
Need a 15.
$12.
Yep.
Okay. So as you guys are preparing to fight, he reaches over his shoulder, and he pulls out the staff, and he flicks his wrist forward, and as he does, the staff telescopingly unfolds, and you see that it is a DPP flick scythe that he holds down by his side. That is like a powered scythe weapon, and he looks to you and he says, "Unlike yours, I killed for this." And then he holds it up.
I'll say that to the next one when I show them that.
Okay. All right. So you announce first.
I'm just gonna. I'm going all in. I'm just gonna run up and punch him.
No feats, nothing funky.
I don't think anything applies just yet.
Currently. Okay. And everybody else is not involved in the combat. They're staying to their word and holding them.
Yeah, I just hold my chain axe at the ready and get the guy in front of me.
Okay.
I'm cheering him on.
Yeah.
I'm
And
definitely sizing up Carrion 9, but also trying to keep an eye on the fight.
all right. And Raukka, you do hear the carrion, the alpha call out to the group and say, "Do not attack unless they attack." All right. So he is going to come at you.
Or the map.
What's that? What'd you say, Simon?
What corner of the map are we on?
I'm sorry. Can I, if I ping...
What corner of the map are we on? I'm sorry.
It's okay. More...
I'm angry.
It's okay. It's more towards the center of the map. It's pretty well up in the beginning. Let me go ahead and I'm just going to turn lighting on for this because you're kind of already in here, and if it'll make it easier on you, then let me just turn the dynamic lighting daylight mode on. Poof. Yeah. So that's just going to light up everything. So hopefully that'll be a little bit easier for you to see.
Nope. Need to reroll. You two have a good fight. I'll be with you momentarily.
Okay. All right. So you're going to swing the Alpha Carrion. Alpha Carrion's going to swing on you head on. He steps up, and he swings with his flick scythe. Woof! He can swing from a space away because he has a pole arm. And he is going right for you. So he's going to roll. And he is gonna hit with everything. So you are gonna take 6 damage, and you're gonna be stunned. Well, assuming that this does the extra damage, which I think it will. So yeah, you come in and he steps forward to you, and he swings the flick scythe incredibly accurately, going high and right for your skull. Take 19 damage.
Oh.
Oh, fuck!
So yeah, you guys see Raukka step in. He's pretty jazzed up, and this thing, as he just catches him coming in like perfectly, like with really kind of an impressive amount of grace, accuracy, and he just nails the shit out of Raukka right across the head. So you are bleeding now. So you'll take another hit point every 20 minutes, and then you are stunned, which I think you automatically go your...
I think I'm going to use a feat. It's only a flesh wound.
Okay. Then ignore all of that, and that just reduces anything down to 1 hit point, correct?
Yeah.
Now that doesn't get eaten by your armor. You still lose the hit point, if I remember correctly from that.
Yes.
And then...
Well, I mean, it doesn't say, but yeah,
right.
I would assume.
And then 2 armor damage to you.
Okay.
So yeah, he swings at you. You guys see him just nail Raukka across the face, and you think he's fucking done for from this. But Raukka just kind of like shakes it off, and well, what do you do, Raukka? What's your trademark saying and or gesture?
Hold on, let me take the ratings points off for that feat.
Okay.
I think I just kind of laugh and go, "Ha, pussy."
All right. Okay.
And then
Go ahead and take your shot.
Oh no. So that's 11.
11 will hit. He didn't move more than his closing. Hand-to-hand attack modifiers. You weren't charging him. He didn't charge you. He didn't use any of his defense. So 11's gonna hit him.
Okay.
So then, so that's gonna be 4 skill die success then as well.
Sure. Hold on. And that will. Oh shit! I don't have any ratings points. Fuck. Okay.
Oh, you were gonna try and do something.
Tear right through.
Yeah, tear right through him.
Can't do that.
No.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll the damage. And I think that'll inflict a wound, right?
Yes.
So I could go for the leg or something.
So that's so as it is right now, you do +6 damage and you hit him in the head. You could downgrade it if you wanted to and hit any other body part below it. So you could hit a leg, you could hit an arm. So if you wanted to forego that damage, you could choose to hit a different part of his body.
No, I'll go with the head.
Okay. So you're just swinging up top?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is with all the ones?
All right, so you hit him for 7 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So you hit him, and you stun him. Wait, there's no other... your mutilator is just a flat D10?
Yeah.
Okay. double check that. Yep. So, all right. So yeah, you swing back at him, and you hit him, and you do more than 2 damage, 2 hit points worth of damage. So you do stun him. So he is gonna from this point out be last in the initiative order because he was stunned and you are not. So you did 7 damage. So. And then, what was the armor damage? Not that I think it's going to matter.
I think it's 3.
3 armor damage on the mutilator? Oh, yeah, that's right, because I remember the thing. Yep, okay. So, actually, that could matter. Okay. So, yeah, you swing back at him, and you hit him across the face, and he, like, kind of hisses out in pain and staggers a bit, but he straightens up. And he doesn't look that much worse for wear. Even though you thought you hit him pretty solidly. So now next turn, you go first in the order. So he is going to swing. He is going to attack you with the scythe. I'm just gonna try and dump you.
Yep. Yeah, I know what we're playing. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay, so he's gonna attack you, but he's gonna reserve 2 dice or he's gonna reserve 2 of his 4 in polearm for combat defense. So, you'll be in a -2 to your success die when you roll. But he's still gonna swing with the other, so he'll be swinging at you with 4 dice total. So he swings. He is going to hit you and deal and have 3 skill die successes. So he is gonna, rather than do the extra damage, I don't know. Do I want to hit wound you in the leg? No, I mean, he's not that subtle. He's just going to go for the extra damage. So, yeah, he swings back at you, and he is going to do 16 points of damage. Yeah, he nails you dead center in the chest with the scythe. It punches through your body blocker out the other side. So as you guys are watching, you see him just kind of, like, swing the scythe around and hit probably right through the side of him based on, like, the positioning of the two. And it goes, like, right through, boom, out the other side, and does a heavy amount of damage to him.
Okay. I'll return the favor.
Okay. So you roll -2 to your...
Yeah, so we're going +7 total.
Okay. All right, so that hits, and then looks like you have... I forgot if the combat defense is -2 to all the dice. Let me just double check that. I think it's just a success die. No, it's all dice, so -2 to all of your dice.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like you... So +7, so you succeed, and you get 2 skill die successes with that. So that will be either +2 damage or to hit an arm.
I'm gonna hit his arm.
Okay.
Get it off.
So 5.
If I had a ratings point, I could.
All right. So I think that's gonna disarm him because that's a 2-handed weapon. Let's see. Wounded. Hit one. So hit the arm. Randomize which arm is hit. Hit to the arm. Inflicts damage is normal. If the target is holding a weapon with the relevant arm, they are immediately disarmed. If they are not holding a weapon and they attack also. All right. So you swing. And as he digs the scythe into your side, you kind of raise your hand up, bring it down across his arm, and dislodge the flick scythe, which is still in your body. So you knock his hand free of that weapon, and manage to disarm him.
Okay.
So, and you hit him for a couple damage, so you do wound him in the arm. So, arm. All right. And then in the next round, I think he's just going to try and retrieve his scythe. So he is just going to, he's going to pull his scythe from your body. That's going to be his action. What are you going to do? He says, knowing the answer.
Yeah, keep hitting him.
Okay. So you go first.
Oh, baby.
That's better. Okay, so that's a success, and 4 skill die success, so you can hit him in the head and deal the 6 extra damage.
Okay. It's a little better.
Head. Alright. And since he's already wounded in the head, the wound gets dealt for a different part of his body. Alright. So 12 damage. So you got another... Okay. So as he reaches down to try and, like, pull his scythe out, he leaves himself completely undefended, which allows you to throw a hard uppercut underneath that catches him right underneath that big old head of his. And you feel like the bones underneath kind of break under the weight. And you can see that, like, his jaw is kind of fractured now at this point. So he staggers back and pulls the scythe out from you, which hurts, but it isn't going to do any more damage. And then that's the exchange between the two of you. So then the next round, he's just going to try and unload on you again with the scythe.
I gotta finish this. Let me just check one more time and see if there's a...
I have ultra violence if you need it. Should have offered that earlier. I thought you had this better.
I thought you were gonna beat this guy. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it. Here we go. And that's still +9, unless.
Okay, that's 4 successes. He did not hold anything for combat defense. So go ahead and give your roll at +6 damage.
That's right. You grab the haggis.
All right. You blast into him. Let's see. Oh, and another 3 armor damage again.
Yeah.
And you had 3 on him the last time. I don't think I calculated it, so he's down. All right. So. Okay. Yeah, you hit him with another hard shot. He rocks to the side, but he's still on his feet, and he sneers at you, and he says goodbye, and then swings a scythe on you, full out.
Oh shit!
That is gonna hit. That is gonna be
I'm very upset.
full 5 successes. So that is going to be 18 damage. No,
Yeah,
17 damage. 17, sorry.
Still dead.
Okay.
Oh, you're dead.
Okay. How far down did you go into negatives? You were 6 down.
I did -1.
Oh, -1. Oh, yeah, that's right, because the armor.
Was it 12?
Oh, yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and just check the death rules quick. Although, so yeah, he sneers at you, and you guys just hear kind of like a guttural like growl. But Raukka recognizes the words as goodbye, and then he swings on him and just buries the scythe into the side of his neck, and he drops. So let me just see if I can find the death rules quick here.
Uh-oh.
Ah. So now we kill everyone.
Well, yeah, so that's going to be the question here. Damage. Damage modifiers. Let me see. I don't know why death isn't more easily searchable in this book.
Because death suits are a huge thing.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Like, uh-oh. All right. Let's see.
There's a lot of dead civilizations.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was doing
Lots
the same
of death
thing.
in this book. I think like 120 something are in rules and mechanics. So let's go through here. This is fear, luck, combat, life and death. Life and death. Oh, it's the name of the goddamn top of the paragraph. Move, charge, movement, hand-to-hand combat, attack, defense, resolving hand-to-hand attacks, break off, natural weapons, range combat. Come on, cover. Grenades, thrown weapons, resolving range attacks, damage. Okay. Hit the arm, hit the leg. Damage modifiers, damage from other things. Resistance, stacking armor, replacing armor. Health and healing, hit points. Okay. If a character's hit point value ever reaches 0, they are dead. Additionally, when a character's hit points drops to fewer than 6, they gain the critical condition. Explained under conditions until their hit points total is 6, is returned to 6 or greater. Okay, so Raukka's dead. So the carrion like buries the scythe in. He completely runs it through Raukka's neck and pulls him down to the ground. He's still kind of like dangling on the side of his blade. And then he looks at the group of you, and then he says, "Leave."
Pat's kind of looking at First Shrek and Reggie and Redcap and trying to figure out what they're going to do.
The
I
group
look at
starts to
Redcap.
close a little bit, but holds around. And yeah, you guys didn't, he said leave. You guys heard, like, he's looking at you, and they're starting to close in, but they haven't outright attacked yet. And based on, kind of the interactions that Raukka had with them, you can indicate that this is probably the last opportunity you will have to get away without a fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be staying in here, because I would die if they hit me once. So...
How many of them are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
12.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus the alpha is 13.
Yeah, but Raukka loosen the pickle jar there for me.
That is true.
I've got ultra violence on me. I don't know. I might want to stick around if unless Patch and Reggie to start booking it. I'm just gonna keep my hand on my boopa.
Okay. I mean, Patch is ready for a fight, so Reggie's the one who really we're gonna want to.
I mean, I think Patch, you're ready for a fight in this situation.
I'm on the fence, but if they're looking like they're gonna fight, like Patch isn't going to chicken out in front of other people.
I do think that I would say for everyone, I think a fear check actually might be in order for this, because this is I mean, he killed one of the stronger members of your team.
Raukka punched me before. He wasn't that bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You probably will be fine.
Oh, I'm not.
I've got the finest meth that I can get my hands on, so
Right.
I
so,
can fight.
Again, with you, like, you're probably okay, too. Let me see fear tests.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah. So go ahead and each roll a d10 and add your cool.
Sure, Shrek is ready.
Dab's about to roll a 10 on this one. Yup.
10, 10, 10, 10.
I guess I'm ready to
Well, I mean, you don't.
pump up my team with my leadership.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to stay and fight, but that you do have the option to. All right, make a fear test. Character must roll a success die and add their cool to the value rolled. The fear test is considered successful. The total result is 10 or greater. If the roll is a success and the character has overcome the fear and they may continue to act as normal, they may not take another but okay. So yeah, you're good. You're all good. You're all fine. So you can choose to act as you wish. What do you plan to do?
Reggie, what I do next is up to you. You're the squad leader, and
Yeah.
I'm important.
All right. So everyone, are you all kind of looking to Reggie to decide?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking through at everyone, but
Leader, it's your choice.
100 credits to. We already lost one guy. I mean, Redcap's gonna want to fight, but we get to tell him what to do because he's dumb.
I mean, my thought is like, I'd like my team to still be alive. If there's a possibility that we can leave and maybe still, like, regroup somehow and get them, like, as opposed to right now they're all surrounding us. So I feel like I would tell the team that maybe we should at the very least, pretend we're leaving, and then be able to talk about this further outside, and go from, figure out where to go from here, as opposed to right now we're completely surrounded by them. If they attack us, we're at a disadvantage. So I'm not saying you can't kill them all, I'm just saying maybe we at least pretend we're leaving, and then if we do decide to kill them, we have an element of surprise.
So you kind of give the signals to the group to leave because you obviously can't communicate that all to them. I mean, technically you probably could. I mean, they don't speak Killian, so I mean, if you wanted to say that, you could.
What I'm saying is, like, they probably don't understand what we're saying. So we at least can make it outside and then decide what to do from here. Do we need to carry Raukka's body out of here, or like, does he have?
Would they let us? Probably.
That's a good question. Do you try?
I look at Reggie and I pull out.
Hold on, Fair Shrek, tears in his eyes, sees his claymore, walks over. He is going to make eye contact with the alpha, hold his hands up, and like kind of do that crouch walk towards Raukka's body, making hand gestures to point to the body, and then do a take grabby hands motion.
Okay. Are you going to try and do like any sort of social skill roll to try and convince him to give you Raukka's body? I'd say this be persuasion, charisma based, so it doesn't necessarily need, can't be oratory. You're not talking to him. But if you want to give him a persuasion check, I think I'll allow that.
Okay, well, straight charisma then.
So that'll be 2 d10s you'll be rolling, and you'll just be adding in your charisma.
Hey, a 10. 9. Hey.
So you got a 10?
Yep.
All right. So he looks down at you. You know, you can make a case kind of either way for whether or not like bonus, like pluses and minuses. I mean, you know, you just had a combat, but I think as you succeeded, I think he kind of looks down at you, and you get the feeling like he's pleased at your show of humility, and he just he kind of huffs and then he brings up his scythe and pulls Raukka off of it, and then puts his scythe over, pulls the mutilator fist off of Raukka, and then throws him over to you, and then puts his mutilator fist onto his hand, and then holds the scythe with the other one, and the other carrying around kind of cheer and bang and whatnot. But he does dump his body to you, kind of throws it at you, basically. You catch him, you hold your ground, but you almost get knocked over.
Yeah, I have a strength of 4. I'm barely stronger than a human.
Yeah. So, I mean, strength of 4 is pretty good. I mean, that's still...
I said, barely stronger than humans.
Yeah.
That's 4 more than I have, so...
Yeah, I was about to say here.
Yeah.
You're stronger than a lot of humans, homie. All right, so you take him out of there?
Yeah, I'll throw him on my shoulder, and I'm just doing that silent crocodile faucet tears this whole time.
Okay. All right. So you guys walk out of the quarry. I'll move you to the bottom here.
Sure.
All right. And you all get outside. Raukka, did you have anything in LAD?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got 700.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man.
Oh, you're
Can
just
I give him,
going
can
to.
I give him more money for it, or is it too late?
So, first things first.
There's no radio down here.
Typically with LAD, you've got 20 minutes to get him back to the facilities. Down here, that is going to be potentially incredibly difficult, if not entirely impossible. So if anybody has a real good plan for how to get him into pickup range for a kill copter within the next 20 minutes, I would love to hear it. If you're even going to try.
Yeah,
Honestly, still don't logistically even understand how this world is. The levels and districts and all that still, in my mind, doesn't even make sense. So I would not have any idea how that would even work.
I mean, essentially, each level is a city, and they're all stacked on top of each other. That's the most layman's way of doing it. But the further down you get, obviously, the deeper away from civilization you get, essentially.
Yeah, any vehicles down here?
Is it underground, or is it's just a bunch of buildings on top of each other?
No, it is not. It is still above ground. At least at this point. As you get further down, you will go underground. But actually, and there is a map here, and I may be lying. Lower levels once you get down to the lower levels, you might be underground. But I'll put this. So there is a map of Mort City here that shows you. So actually, yeah, once you get past. You actually are underground currently. The inner downtown districts are above the surface. The lower downtown and below are underground. So you are currently underground.
Which is why it would be logistically difficult for them to get to us.
That and also, the distance. So, you're also, in addition to being underground, you are also very far away from, it took you all, about 2 hours to get to where you were by public transportation. Again, for for a kill copter to get down here. It couldn't even because it's underground. It would have to be on the surface. So.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of that would get anyone down here would be blowing something up,
Call the demolition.
and that would cause more problems.
No, even the demolition team was too far away to be of any help. I mean, in character, Patch would definitely be like looking him over to see if it's as bad as
Yeah, you don't have the
they
heal
think it
ranks.
is, and they know. Yeah.
You don't have the heal ranks to bring him back from the dead, do you?
No, I don't. But
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
you look him over and he is very clearly dead now at this point.
yeah.
And
Fairstrike's looking at the body, and it's like switching from Raukka to his dead little brother to Raukka, dead little brother. He's barely holding together right now.
Reggie.
I try to offer support to the team because I don't have any idea how to do anything else.
Yeah,
So I'm
and
just trying to
honestly,
support-
and logistically, from your leadership perspective, you start to try and run the ideas in your head of like, oh, can we do this? Can we get them to there? Can we get them to here? But you also know that, kind of based on your experience and your research into LAD, is that once you're this far down, it's kind of it. Like you're not gonna get back. Usually, LAD is not gonna be able to get to somebody this far down in time. So, as a leader, the best thing you can probably do is to try and console your group and decide on the next thing to do from here.
Out of game, are we pretty much ending soon?
So, I mean, if you decide to leave, then obviously that'll be the end. If you did decide that you wanted to go back into this fight, then we would carry that to the next session too. But I mean, again, from your leadership perspective and the fact that Raukka probably will not survive this, and the fact of that, like, this was a shit job with a shit payout, and one of your guys fucking died. You to go in and finish it off and have potentially more people die. You don't know if it's necessarily worth it. And if the squad would even be able of doing it, so it's it's one life versus potentially all of yours.
Yeah.
And the group is deferring to your leadership, so ultimately it is going to be your call.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure if someone else is gonna die, it's gonna be me. So I'm not gonna be cool with that.
So there's an element of self-preservation in it. What do you say specifically to the group?
I mean, I'd probably just say, we've already lost one of our team members. I don't want to see anybody else go. I think at this point we're gonna have to leave it.
What happens if we fail?
Don't get paid, I imagine.
Shut up, you're dead.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that we don't get paid,
So
right? Or is there like some other crazy circumstances that happen, like we're shunned or something because we didn't?
I mean, the dependence of the failure depends on the BPN. If it's a high level BPN or a particularly important one, failure can have some devastating consequences. For failing something of a blue level, kind of with your administrative knowledge, obviously you're going to probably not get any of the pay, or only get partial pay, and or you may get a small SCL doc, of no more than what the cost of the BPN would be. But you being again, a Neophron trained in administration, should you be able to make a proper case to Slay Industries in regards to what the failure was, you may be able to lessen the consequences.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I would argue that we at least got rid of a good portion.
Mm-hmm.
And we now have scoped out the place and have info that might help
Yep. So
the
that
team.
so that could all be considered in your in your discussions with them. So so you're planning on heading back, turning it in?
If the rest of the team has any other input, I mean, I know I'm making the decision, but like you guys
No,
can
yeah.
talk. If
The
you have
adrenaline's
anything.
worn off, and Patch is kind of like worn. Like Patch was definitely doing their best to try to, like, you saw them try to cast a couple heals and knowing that didn't work, and then going old school medicine with their med kit out and like realizing it's just a complete lost cause after several minutes. They kind of look defeated.
We should get back in time for tea, right? Ah! Fuck! Shoot, First Shrek just Kyles the fucking wall, and
Yeah, it crumbles under your shot, even with just a non-weapon punch. Like it's,
First Shrek goes like from talking to tea time, just goes full Kyle on a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Calms down a little bit, maybe headbutts the wall while he's at it, and then just goes, we should get back up top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get the name of that guy at the BPN office?
all the info for the BPN as far as turning it in, you'll is associated with it, and you'll be able to look up very easily.
I want to talk to that guy with the
Oh.
The guy with the shoddy printer that said I didn't want this job and he made me take it because he refused to let me fix his printer. That douchebag.
Can we give ourselves a BPN? We're gonna find that guy with the printer.
Can take it
As
off.
someone who's been struggling with a broken printer at work for
He's gonna
almost a
have
month now.
a mysterious accident where his printer blows up accidentally.
Yeah,
Accidentally swallows
you're
his
gonna
printer.
IRA that printer.
Take out a hunter sheet
Wakes
on the
up-
BPN officer.
Wakes up and finds himself sutured to his own bed.
He tripped and fell onto his printer several times.
that
Yeah.
poor kid. All right. Okay, so you agree to kind of go back, and so you take Raukka with you, like the whole way?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so you wait for the
I'm
sun.
picturing the looks on you.
Just soaked in blood.
There's been a dead body on
Yeah.
more.
Certainly down here, not very strange at all.
Right.
So the subway comes by, again, empty. You put him on, and then as you're going through, there is actually, on the way back to the shift block, a couple people that stop, that get on, but yeah, not really anyone pays you any particular mind. Again, of the 4 that get on, 2 of them are naked, completely, and just kind of babbling to themselves. Another one just says nothing and doesn't look in your direction at all. And then the last one that gets on tries to sell you all a watch for 5 uni.
Claymore in his face.
Was that?
I imagine.
I stick my claymore in his face and shriek at him in old Gaelic to fuck off.
So do you kill the man?
No. I just
Oh,
brandish it.
Blair. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Through his face,
Okay.
just-
Yeah. You shove him away, and then he kind of cowers off towards the back of the car and gets off at the next available stop.
I'm just imagining a Weekend at Bernie's type thing.
Yes. So am I,
Sibra.
Sibra. So am I.
Just put sunglasses at him and pretend he's still alive.
What are we going to do with the body once we get back up?
Her namesake is dead.
We should all get Raukka tattoos.
I don't don't know how a tattoo would work on feathers.
Well, we got pluck you first.
You got skin, don't you?
You wouldn't be able to see it.
We gonna find it.
Feathers.
I'll,
That beak looks awful clean.
we'll pluck an area off your chest, and then we'll tattoo Raukka there. And you're good.
All right.
Maybe.
So he killed all of his next of kin. So there's no one to contact.
Aye.
Slay probably would have killed him if I didn't. So.
Shut up! You're dead.
Do they do any
I'm a
kind of
ghost.
like ritual or funerals or anything?
I mean-
is it like people just die and like it's whatever?
I mean,
'Cause that's
people-
kind of what it seems like.
From the perspective of you personally, each race has their own burial rituals, just like any others would. Neophrons have their own, procedures to which I don't know, and if you want to make them up, feel free. But no, I mean, there are still funerals. People die a lot, so that's up to you. But from terms of Slay Industries, if you were to like turn the body into them, you know that in general, because you took a course on the death of a squad mate. You know that when a member of a squad dies, if whatever body or remains they have, if they are retrievable to Slay Industries, they will tend to seek out the person who is the next of kin or whatever for burial instructions. Should they not be able to find anybody, then the body is cremated.
Well, time to break out the old frother bagpipes.
You guys load up on the subway, you get into the shift block, you get back up to the surface. You head right back up to where you once you get to inner downtown, like District 6, and your communications come back. Reggie, you notify Slay of what happened. You have shiver units meet you at the shift block for 6, which they medical shiver units come by and offer to take Raukka back for processing.
Whoop.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's restarting.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right, so while we're waiting for Reggie to come back, what do you guys do when you guys see the shivers coming on, offering to take him away?
I was completely disconnected for like a few minutes.
I know. No, it was fine for everybody else. No. I'm gonna move away from this map just in case it's giving us any bad juju or anything like that. Bloop.
Yep.
There we go.
So yeah, with the shivers come, Patch, we're down. I'm gonna step away and let them come get the body.
Okay. So
Yeah, I do
sorry.
the same.
So you missed that, Reggie. Once you get to about level 6 and your reception comes back, you call through and notify Station Analysis about what happened in terms of the death of one of your squad. Once you hit District 6, there's a unit of medical shivers who come and offer to take Raukka back for processing.
Okay.
Yep. And when they take the body away, I give them the old Slay salute.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, Reggie, you turn him over, you don't put up a fight, nothing like that, I assume.
No.
Okay. So the medical shivers collect them, and this is also where you now have the opportunity to, process your report as the shift blocks are waiting you, take you back up to, Mort Central or wherever you're going. You can process the Bpn. So go ahead and give me an admin and finance roll to process your report, and then that'll help determine what happens as a result of the failure.
Oh. Well, that's not gonna go great.
Are you not in
I
roll
don't
20 right
have
now?
that.
Oh, you don't have any? You don't have anything in admin and finance?
No, I just don't. No, because someone else took that. So,
Yeah, I have one in admin.
I have like
finance.
diplomacy.
So, Patch, if you want, I mean,
I have, like,
any
diplomacy and
any member of the
that.
squad can process it. Patch, if you want to write the
Okay.
report, you can.
And that's +4, so that's not good.
Okay. All right. So you bullshit. All right.
That's too funny.
Yeah, you go ahead and you submit it. What do you put in the details of the report? Fuck rules. Like, what do you write into it?
Basically, Patch would put in poor intelligence, not knowing the numbers that were in there, and not being authorized to use explosives.
Okay.
And would be basically deflecting a
Okay.
lot of the blame.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So after you process it, you write up the report. Reggie, you submit it. And after a moment, or after, probably by the time you get back up to Mort Central, you get a notification through saying, thank you for the information. We will take it and designate it for future BPNs or other attempts to clear this out. Due to the failure of the mission that was accepted, you will not receive any pay, and you will each receive a 0.1 deduction in your SCL. So you get that news. So on top of everything else, you don't get paid, and you actually get a hit in SCL. And as a result, then the BPN is considered canceled, and you are free to go about your regular day. So that is where we will go ahead and end it. So as far as XP, everybody take 2. Does anybody want to nominate anyone other than Raukka, because he's dead, for an extra experience point?
Failed the least.
I mean, if that's the criteria, then we're just having everybody take 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Going, gone.
Yeah.
Everybody take 2. So that is where we'll end it. And then we'll pick up next week with your new squad assignee.
Oh boy.
All right.
And our new tattoos.
Rocket Juniors inbound.
All right. Well, I will see all of you loud in the pit. And for everyone else who might be watching this, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Rest in peace, Raukka. We'll see you next week.